Tateo's side. They're getting ready for a gang up here. The top right, the one thing they're missing right now is a sensor tower. So I think see, because Fred's in the sensor, they're waiting. Oh no, they still went. They might take this bunk.
Yeah,
Zateo cut off,
they're
not
gonna
able
clear
to
that
do
bunker for
anything here.
sure.
They're going to take down this bunk. Very good timing because Zateo got pushed back. Nothing he could do there. Adam will take this kill.
Cyrus would be at least above. Cyrus would be closer to Korchak.
So Bang's going to get finished off as well. This is really good for sports. I think he's got 400
I
minerals
think
sitting there.
Adam and Cyrus
Oh,
still.
he got the tank kill. He killed Cyrus's tank. I was going to say that was probably pretty silly by sports. He could have got 400 minerals here for those turrets, but he gets a tank and a bunker kill. That
Yeah.
cripples them. Absolutely cripples them.
See, I like the idea of rushing the bunker with the units in that case because this is time bound. Like the idea would be get a bunker.
Wait, hold on. We got tank in vision. Cyrus's tank is getting hit by Zateo's tank. He had to push back.
Oh, it's so close. It's so close. Oh no, the unit pathing catches the tank. The tank goes down. Oh man.
You guys just saw Zito just lost his bunker and his tank, so that was very, very costly.
Did not see it. Oh man. I am a fail caster, and they're going to lose like the other tank. I see that. Yeah. I mean, they could very well lose this other bunker. Bottom right, definitely not letting up on them.
Oh, and here we go. This is the second tanks here, and then lines up some turrets in front of him. He can hold that position permanently while pushing on Cyrus. He's got the unit supply. He's got 120 supply. Cyrus is on 95. They've probably got around the same amount of resupply.
Right. So if he loses a tank...
Right there. He can get this tank if he pushes. Oh my gosh.
He's got to stutter into it because he's losing vision. And he gets it.
And that is Cyrus's own.
I don't know what happened. Maybe he wasn't getting enough farm.
They got a push here going against Bank Boogie. That bunker is going to be very, very close to going down.
Wow. So close.
I thought it was going to save there for a second. They are able to get the snipe on Bank Boogie. Bank Boogie now on just one bunker.
And bottom left, on bottom right, he's not going to get up his EJK. He's not going to get up his block bombs.
Lucern's bunker is in trouble. They're making a push on this one too. Cashier and Bank Boogie might be able to get it. It's going to be really close though. I don't know. Wow, they are able to save it a lot. All right, guys, welcome in. My name's Draconis. Join with me today is Peter Griffin and also Cashier. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, what's up?
All right, we're getting ready to roll into our first game here. Teams have been rolled up. Looks like we're going to be looking at Lou, Theron, and Cyrus paired together. Zateo and Rockchalk, also known as RCJH, on a team. We got Oblivion and Ricochet, and then Starduck and BHF. So that's what we're looking like going into this first match here. Looks like this is going to be Starduck's first game. Have you guys had any experience playing with him before?
Yeah, I've had a couple games with him. I think he's really eager to get into the pro leagues, and I'll be interested to see how he matches up.
All right. Yeah, I got to play a couple games with him yesterday, and we were 2-0, and we were going against some juggernauts there too. Zateo and Ricochet on a team. I think one also had I think it was Chuck Norris or whatnot on a team. So it wasn't like we had some easy lanes, and he was able to basically control his lane really well. And I'm really curious to see how he translates his pub games over here into these professional games right now.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen him around as long as the other guys, and I think he's at roughly 1,300 ELO, a couple hundred games played. So yeah, it's definitely rising the ranks very quickly.
All right, and it looks like we're we're booting up here, so we're going to be getting into the game very shortly, guys. And then generally what we'll do is call out some team member positions and then kind of talk about some of the players, just in general, one-on-one, how they're doing so far in Season 2. And this is the longest loading screen known to man, so hopefully we're not going to have anyone drop out. It was going fast, and then it just decided to stop there.
Yeah, it might be like a special event with the server hosted in Brazil or something.
And I always get a little bit scared when the loading screens take this long because you always wonder, is there going to be a drop or something that happens as a result of it? But hey, while we're waiting, if you're joining us on the stream, looks like there's 6 of you. We definitely like your input. So if there's anything that you see going on in the game right now that you want called out or any more special attention to, call it out on the stream chat. We are monitoring it. And if you're just past the URL to the Twitch stream itself, make sure to check out our formal website, zcleagues.com, as in zonecontrolleagues.com. You can see all the player statistics for Season 1 and Season 2 on there. You can also join the Discord if you are interested in playing. We're always looking for new players, or even if you're not planning to play at the professional level, join the Discord anyway. Find a teammate, get some coaching, improve your level of play. And yeah, right now we're still not past this darn loading screen, so I have a feeling we're going to see a drop.
Yeah, there's some chat going on about it in the Discord. I don't think anyone's owned up to dropping.
Here we go. So it looks like we're going to have the moment of truth really soon. I just saw it inch up a little bit more. We'll see who left the game.
It's kind of like a Windows loading bar now. It's just completely inaccurate. Nope, everyone's in.
Everyone is in. Here we go. We're going to be transitioning over right now, guys. And we are into Game 1. Top left, we have Startup and VHF. Top right, we have Zateo and RTJH. Bottom left, we have Ricochet and Oblivion. And bottom right, Cyrus the Virus and Lou Theron. Any particular
not particularly just now. I think Oblivion's, Oblivion and Oblivion and Ricochet have a really, really good set of lanes there against Luz and Starduck. Well, being his first game, so it'll be interesting to see.
Oddly enough, ranked 4th place, but Lou Theron's one of those methodical players that I've always seen. Usually you can always count on him to control his lane. What's your guys' thoughts?
Well, that's very true. I mean, you just saw that counter nuke there, or that nuke by Oblivion, because he was getting chopped up by Luz, who was 70, which is 14 Marines ahead in the trade, and Oblivion wouldn't have it. He just nuked him, and that's where some of the end game strategies come in a bit more. Looks like Luz might go in for a counter nuke here as well.
Yep.
Here he comes. Yep. Oh, it's going to get sniped. Oh! definitely does make a big difference, pub games versus league games, because there's this ambiguity, this sort of like, you know, threat that everyone goes, well, it's Cyrus, everyone gang up on him, use your nuke on him early, and you get that more from the pro games because they understand what a nuke actually does. It's not about the money, it's about sending him back.
Yep, absolutely. And it looks like they're saying they can't hear me on the stream. Oh, my volume level is low. They can hear me, it's just my volume level is low. So hopefully I just fixed that right there. We missed a little bit about RCJH, but RCJH is another one of those players. Always that teal, kind of like pink color or whatnot. A strong player overall. We got Oblivion, which is new into the league games for the most part, but this guy is the one that we saw that epic Reaper play from last week. Sitting at 2-2-0, and so far I think that puts him in first place for Season 2 here.
Yeah, definitely one of the better players in zone control in general. I mean, he's been around for a very long time. Surprisingly, doesn't have many Smurf accounts, or any that I know of.
And then Ricochet finally able to make it in. We missed him the last week, so we'll see how he does for his first pro game matches of the day here.
Well, it seems him and Stardock are pretty much neck and neck, which is very impressive by Stardock for his first league game, playing a 2-2-5. Ricochet playing 1-3-1-3-4. Cyrus is maintaining a major lead right now.
Yeah, you're right. 1,000 points for Cyrus, BHF 930, Oblivion 885. Looks like everyone's going about standard upgrades here. Oblivion, pretty darn heavy. 443 for him. Looks like kind of everyone else is around that 222 mark.
Yeah. Well, the top 3 players are the only players that have nuked. So with Luz Theron just jumping into 3rd place, also has nuked as well, the top 4. So our first Reaper bunk going down.
And it looks like he has a lot of decisive map control. He should be able to get this bunker up, no problem there.
Yeah, he takes a unfavorable swap there against RCJH. We'll see if he pushes down to get vision. He gets vision of it. We got Luz coming back, but Cyrus will get it off. He doesn't get the SCV in time, loses his entire army. That was not a happy time for RCJH. Ricochet might get a cancel here as well. Stardock moving his nuke down. Oblivion coming around the back, very smart of him. Be interesting to see if he pushes, 10 units up to counter that nuke that's going to come right back down. I don't know if the SCV is going to come down from Stardock.
Yeah, he stops. Oh, that was interesting. Ooh. That he chose to nuke. I actually thought that he would not nuke that. It was a little bit smaller there, but
was that Ricochet's one?
Yeah, that was Ricochet's nuke. I think he just felt a little bit of pressure and didn't know exactly where Starduck was. Now, Oblivion's putting in a lot of pressure on Starduck himself. Ricochet up there.
It looks like Starduck is going to have to cancel. BHF could not help, no nuke there, and even if he did, it may have killed his bunk. Luz Theron going down for a second bunk as well. Looks like Team 3 is doing very well here. Both of them getting their second bunkers. So Oblivion sitting at, oh, there we go. I was wondering where his money went. Very interesting play here. RCJH and Zateo both building at the same time here. Could be dangerous. I think RCJH is probably hoping not to make Zateo's bunker visible, but Cyrus is very close. He's going in for the kill.
Yeah, this is looking really dangerous right now with RCJH and Zateo a little bit out of position. He's coming back, and now BHF is going to be able to deny both that bunker. I think you're right. I think RCJH was trying to buy Zateo enough time to get that bunker up, but it's always scary when you're building the bunker at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do here? You got your bunker building, you got your teammate dying, you got to cancel your bunker and help your teammate out. I mean, this is going to put Cyrus in a massive lead right now at 2,800. And yeah, I mean, in that situation, you know, taking a 250 hit on a cancel is much more worth it than losing your teammate. Cancel your bunker, you know, do something. But I think I'm not sure if RCJH. Yeah, you know, Zateo's now sitting at 1,200. RCJH was able to send him the 750 that he had for his bunker. It was interesting that he didn't dump it into bunker upgrades there.
That's never the thing you want to hear from top right.
Yeah.
And it looks like top right is going to be the first to fall here. Yeah, Zateo not even really doing anything anymore. He's kind of accepted his fate. And BHF, though, he wants to kill.
Well, I mean, Zateo's actually coming second place. He's sitting at 1,400 minerals, and he got 1,200 from his partner. So, you know, he's not actually in that bad of a position. He did lose his partner. It does make it more difficult, but, you know, I think he still has a shot if he plays it out.
Yeah, I think he's gonna. If he wants to expand, he's gonna have to go there. Cyrus is definitely not gonna let him go back into that back corner.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
And we got the classic Oblivion setup going right here with his two Reaper bunkers. That is his level of play style, where he'll build one on each side, just keeps him a little bit more mobile, and then ultimately what he'll do is retire out his Marine bunker, get some extra supply, and then go full-on sniper mode.
Yeah, and it works very well for him. Not many people I know can pull off full Reaper game, and especially in Pro League.
Sorry guys, I was out a little bit. I'm back.
Welcome back,
What's going on here? Zateo's by himself?
Yep, RCJH got eliminated. They were both building at the same time, and they got exploited, and it cost RCJH the match there.
Yeah, and you can see Zateo was sitting on 2,000 minerals. He chucked a lot into bunker ups, 187. He's playing turtle mode. He's got 22118. Can't second bunker. I think it's very, very dangerous right now.
Wow, what do you do at Zateo right now? Your ups are low. You have no money. What do you do? Do you mark that Marine bunk first?
I'm kind of curious to see what he is going to do. So far, it's not a whole lot of anything. He's got 665, so it looks like he's going to try to save for a second bunk, but his upgrades are so low, like it's going to be hard for him to, it's going to take him a while to feed up to that second bunker there.
Yeah, I mean, he did dump, you know, over 1,000 in his bunker upgrades there. And just to your point, Peter, that if Zateo mercs right now, being on 22118, he's going to lose his units super fast, and he'll just be double feeding. So not a great idea for him to do that at the moment. Second bunker is probably the way to go.
So you would take a second bunk. Would you think about taking up, like putting more ups into your units first before going for second bunk?
Always second bunk, because, you know, when see right now when he gets overpowered, because he will lose his units quickly because they're so low upgraded. You know, you need to be able to get that resupply. Having a second bunker halves the waiting time to get a full army.
Right.
Yep, and it does go down. It looks like he was just waiting for somebody to attack into him, and that was what he was trying to use as his primary level of feed.
So Team 3 still looking very strong there, with first and third place for Cyrus and Luz. It seems like there's a lot of pressure down bottom left, which I'm not sure is a great idea, because that's just feeding Oblivion. He needs that, you know, to be able to catch up to Cyrus.
Yeah, Oblivion sitting at 6-7-3, and Cyrus at 5-7-5, so a little bit even on the upgrades right now. They just really want to try to deny that third bunker from Ricochet with the Rotters. It is
yeah, and you can
up.
see Luz coming in for a counter as well straight away. I need to get a Rod bunk ASAP to deal with bottom left.
Yep, and right away Diagonal's the one that calls it out. So that's really very good for bottom left. That means bottom left's going to get a lot of help there. Look at Oblivion with this just sniper army here at the bottom part. So Cyrus is going to have to hold the top all by himself. Looks like we're
Yeah, I
going to get
think,
about a 4v2 here unless Zateo has something to say about it.
Well, I think Luz is in a good position right now. He's outranged Oblivion at the moment, and he's getting 15 bounty for each of the Reaper kills that he gets. So it won't be long, I think, until Luz overtakes Oblivion there.
Yeah, I know Oblivion is one of the best Reaper players. How come he went on his range so low for his ups? As a Reaper play, don't you go ups on damage and range?
No range. No, you don't. You
No
don't need
range?
range. No range.
Okay.
If you're going for a snipe strategy, you don't need range because you're going to circle the bunker, and But once you get to 100 units, you probably need range because otherwise your first 3 lines that surround the bunker can hit, and the back lines are kind of doing nothing there. Yeah, I mean, if I was to ever play it, I'd be focused on armor regen and weapons so that your units don't die while you're sniping.
I see.
So Luz Theron sitting on 450 right now. I think his next move will be to murk his Rorder bunker there. Getting ham securities will really help him out against Oblivion.
Look at this bottom right, getting that second rod up, for the most part, pretty much unchallenged. Looks like he is going to be able to get this up successfully.
I think actually Luz will be playing, waiting for 750 and hitting stim. No, he goes for the ham securities. He's got 7 regen. He's waiting for that. I think that's probably his next move will be to stim it up. We've got a snipe coming down here on bottom right.
Oblivion now up to 11 attack.
I think Zateo is playing an interesting game here. He's sitting on 3881. He's not worried about his units living or dying. He just wants damage while he's in his bunkers. And there goes the turret. Zateo will lose this bunker right now.
Yeah, this will probably be the end of Zateo, it looks like.
That hurts. He was actually farming pretty well towards the end, too.
He's got a full bunker up here, but they need to just throw another turret, and the two of them should be able to bring it down. They might be able to get it out without the turret, but it's going to take it a little bit longer there.
I'm not sure how I feel about that, taking him out. I think, he wasn't a threat to them. I think if anything, he was a threat to Cyrus, being that it'll be a 5v2. I think they could have used the extra distraction more than anything, but we'll see how the 4v2 goes. I mean, if they attack bottom left, it wouldn't be helping anyone.
Yeah, I think they're definitely going to go bottom right on the 4v2. They're looking at Cyrus right now at 9-4. The thing no one really pays attention to is Oblivion 6000 is scary too, because if he snipes just one of your bunkers, they can really start that cascading like snowball.
Yeah, that's it.
Interesting upgrades with Luz Theron. What do you guys think of his upgrade choice there? Did he mainly pump that in before he decided to get Rotters? It seems like he would want a little bit more armor.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's, right now he's sitting at 900. I'm pretty sure he should be going stim. That regen is still a bit high before you get stim. I'd probably go stim at 5, max 6 regen before I get stim pack, and there we go. He's gone stim pack now. But you're right, definitely too much damage for a Rorder build there.
Yeah, it looks like bottom left trying to capitalize on top left playing ball with them here. Ricochet going low. Oblivion trying to take us some snipes against Luz Rorder though, but Cyrus is doing a pretty good job about just keeping local, being able to defend either the top part or lose his water bunk there.
Yeah, I mean, as a defensive player, they're doing great. I think the other teams, with Oblivion sitting at 1400, I feel a tank play coming. Probably their best bet when there's a 4v2. The only problem is as soon as they call out tank, there could be a switch.
And you can see Oblivion being very careful to commit. Just one volley took down that bunker like 20%. Cyrus has to be careful too that he doesn't get his army wiped or get pushed too much out of position. Otherwise, Oblivion's going to come in right behind him and probably pick off one bunker.
Yeah, and I think at the moment, Team 1, Team 4 are very well. That whole left side, they're very well aligned in their score. The kind of outliers there are the Team 3, Lucer and Cyrus. So switch, they wouldn't have to be worried about, well, when we kill Cyrus, then we're screwed. And he goes the snipe. Cyrus pulls back to help, and he may lose his water bunker there by doing so. Will Oblivion get it off? It looked like he might. Don't move. Keep attacking. Oh, I wonder that slight move. He got it down to 2,000. If he didn't move for a little,
it
Cyrus
does go
lose
down.
his bunker.
Yep.
Yeah, Cyrus. Yeah. Oh, close though. That was very, very close.
And I don't think it bothers him too much. I mean, he's got 5k on everyone. Losing 1k is not a big
One
deal.
of the toughest things is, throwing upgrades into your bunker and, of course, going back down again. And now you just invested maybe around almost 1.5k into it. Well, not maybe 1.5, but maybe like at least 1,000 minerals, right?
Yeah, and then it dies anyway.
Yeah.
That's always a rough one.
It's rough, but I think it sets you up for a future play. I mean, sometimes when I've got a decent lead, I'll just throw a couple just to get like 2 or 3 into my initial bunker upgrades, because you've got to be prepared for that, 6v2 kind of scenario.
So what if you guys were top left right now? What are you thinking? What should be your plan after this? Because you need a plan, right? You can't completely destroy Cyrus, because bottom left is still also right there up with it.
Yep, they've got a tank. They haven't called it out. There comes the call. This could lead to a switch, but I think they need that tank to take out at least 1 or 2 of their bunkers. This is a way too early of a switch for them. They need to do some real damage. Cyrus is sitting at 6k and loses 2k above third place. It's insane to turn around and attack them, and now they're going to lose this tank because they'll be pulling back, or they're going to lose that rod, and they lose that rod.
They could lose both very much.
And they still couldn't take down Luz's bunker there. They got to stutter into this right now.
This is going to be really, really bad.
Yeah, I mean, like, they already had the lead on them. They didn't really need to do anything. Now they've got a major advantage against bottom left because they do have that water bunk.
Tank does get away scot-free there.
Yeah. I can understand Ricochet and Oblivion's kind of pain there. I think that was a bit premature of a switch from top left.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Cyrus, I think he might be able to pull it off. Interesting choice there not to. Yep, interesting choice there not to fill the bunker as well. To make sure their units don't actually aggro it. If they're stuttering, it's going to attack his units instead of the bunker. This is the tip for those. If your bunker's about to die, or if you don't want it and you have the unit mass, unload your bunker so the bunker doesn't take a hit.
Round 2 for the tank, politicking going up as well. Looks like top right's not playing ball this time with Cyrus.
Yep, and they shouldn't. 8k lead from Cyrus, even though, and one of the things to watch, if you can't get the map vision, one of the things to watch is the scoreboard. If you just killed one guy's bunk, so they took out Cyrus's water bunk, and he's still growing, he's still getting a significant lead, so it obviously didn't damage him that much. So keep an eye on the scoreboard, and when you see, third place flying up, you know that they're definitely winning that battle.
The only bad thing I would say about top left right now is they kind of seem to be that third wheel. They're not really getting anything from... They're not getting any benefit from this. They're not getting good trades or anything. I think the further this goes on is more to the benefit of bottom left right now.
Yeah, you're right. They are slowly kind of moving further and further away. BHF sitting at 6,500 there, not really able to grow because he's only got 2 bunkers. And he's got 1,100 minerals, so I think that's his bunker just going down now. I would have thought it would have saved for a tank.
Cyrus did call in L2 tanks. I had to do a quick double check of the map there, and it was exaggerated, is the best way to put it. Exaggerated.
You know, you were saying earlier when the game was starting that Cyrus' record, he's like, what, 1 win and 7 losses?
Yeah.
Or something like that? I think in pub games, you know, Cyrus is a very, very good politician, right? So a lot of the newer players, they'll fall for it. They'll be easily influenced by Cyrus's call outs, and unfortunately, I think in the pro league game, I think more pro players know exactly what's happening in the situation.
Well, that's one of the very important things to note is that your reputation is key. You know, you see some people in pub games that are really like, they troll a lot. Nobody likes them. They don't want to help them win. So when they're in a scenario where it's, you know, oh, who do I let win when you're the deciding factor, you don't let the person who's a troll win. So that comes down with the politics as well. So if you're honest when you politic, but you spin it correctly, then people don't think that you lie and things like that, and they're more happily receptive to your politics.
Right. Through all this right now, I'm pretty amazed. Louis Theron's holding his own pretty good right now. Besides that tank really pushing in and hurting him, he's doing very well, I would say.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't lost a bunk yet, with the pressure he's getting from bottom left.
Yeah, and they're kind of past that point now. Cyrus up to 22,000. They haven't been able to make too much gains besides on lose there with that tank. But if there's a switch that comes, I think Cyrus is going to still be in a powerful position to be able to do something here in this game. But what do you do if you're top left? Can you even switch at this point if you wanted to, or are you basically committed to killing bottom right at this moment?
Well, I mean, I think they're pretty well. I mean, you know, sure, Ricochet's about 1,500, 1,600 ahead, but Stardark and Oblivion at, you know, 3rd and 4th place are pretty well tied. I don't think there's a need to move, especially because Ricochet did lose a bunker as well. So, you know, Teal and Ricochet are both kind of neck and neck in their score. The one thing I don't see coming out at this point is a tank from bottom right. Tank to counter the tank or SCVs, I think would be really key when you're getting attacked like this.
Yeah, probably won't. Luz has enough for a tank, but he has... Yeah, he could drop a tank if he wants right now, at least try to stop the push from his side.
You know, I just checked. Top left don't know that that Lewis lost his bunker. Oh, there you go. He just did.
Yeah, I mean, this is why, you know, prepping for your end game strat when you're getting teamed is very important. That 8k lead that Luz has on Oblivion, if he drops 6 of that into 2 SCVs, he'd be in a much better place right now. Or, you know, at least 2 tanks with splash damage. You know, using that 8k in another way to cater for the ganging, because you can't win against the gang just by having heaps of supply and bunkers. It really does nothing for you.
It's like we might see the end of Luz Theron here. Top left taking out his Rotter bunker. We got Oblivion's tank here on the bottom right bunker.
Wow.
And I think
right now.
if you have a look, Luz has 2k, and I think a death here might actually be what Cyrus needs to win the game, because with Luz dead now he's going to pump 2,600 into Cyrus, putting Cyrus at about 3k. Cyrus can get that SCV, and Team 1 will switch because Luz has died, even though Cyrus has got a 13k lead.
Yep, it looks like they're really going for this Rotter bunk. They need to snipe that SCV. SCV goes down.
Cyrus goes straight for the tank with that money. I don't know where the other 1,500 went. Must have been unit upgrades there.
Oh, on his armor. He was at 15 earlier. He just done 4 points into it.
But if you're bottom left, as soon as you kill Luz, I mean, you were expecting this, right? Or at least it's got to be on your radar. It'd be a benefit if they kept on Cyrus with him on the huge lead, but I think you have to be ready for this.
Definitely. And I think bottom left is going to lose right now. I think top left is going to keep on pushing.
I think, yeah, top left will lose this game. You know, Cyrus is undermanned right now, not as much supply, but supply just means that Cyrus gets more feet because he's got the bunker upgrades, he's got a tank building. They have doesn't look like there's any intention for them to get a tank. Cyrus is looking at switching now as well. I mean, I think you know, with the unit upgrades a lot further for Cyrus, he's gonna pull out ahead of this one. And another thing to note here is, another thing to note here is that his army isn't too far split. As soon as I said that, it just happened. But I was going to say the 3 bunkers that he did have weren't that far apart, so it's not like they could take advantage of being 2 versus 1 and split his army. But now, you know, that bottom one of those bunkers is at risk.
I know Go Get It's having a nervous twitch right now with these 200 mineral shards that are just chilling up here with no one scouting it out. Looking at, we got random user in the Twitch stream saying that top left really needs a tank. I agree with that. And then Fred's thinking that top left definitely they have a strong contention for the game, that they can pull this off. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it looks. I'm sorry to cut it off. What did you say?
Just saying that Oblivion's looking good there with 4K in the bank. He can recover from this, but it should only be to take Cyrus down. Cyrus is the real threat right now. We'll see what they do. But Ricochet is telling him to go for red.
Yeah, if anything, they're going to supply check him.
I was just going to say that as the game drags on longer, it looks more better for Cyrus than anybody else.
Got random users saying red needs to focus on brown, finish them off. That way they can really just focus on Cyrus. But it's a little late now, even if they go on to brown. Cyrus is making a lot of leads here against BHF. Some huge, crazy leads.
So this part of the game here is really on the partners for both Oblivion and for Cyrus. You know, with their partners dead, they need to be telling him what's going on, and I think Ricochet should be telling Oblivion to attack Cyrus. Cyrus is the real threat right now.
Yeah, with those 2020 upgrades, he is just melting the army. And hey, look, someone was listening to Stardust get off the stream. He just called out that he's 2020. All right, looks like everyone's retreating, trying to see what the next move is. Oblivion's still kind of going towards Reapers, and it could work out. I mean, if top left falls, no one will have Rotters. I think Cyrus is afraid to build a Rotter bunker in case he gets switched to again.
But yeah, I mean, he's sitting pretty well. I mean, he's got 5 bunks, top left has 5 bunks, and bottom left has 3. I think he's sitting in a very good spot. He's got a significant upgrade advantage here. And I don't think Oblivion feels comfortable even attacking Cyrus because he knows that as soon as he does, it could, you know, end up how it did before.
Yep.
With top left attacking him. He's sitting comfortably on 2K. Still only has 3 range looking at sniping, but in a unit exchange, he's going to get owned by Cyrus. Just mass speed.
So then if you're Oblivion, you build up and you try to get, what, 1 or 2 bunkers? Looks like he's going in right now. Cyrus sees it right away in the sensor tower.
I mean, in a teaming like 4v2 or 3v2 or 3v1 sort of scenario, you want to hit and run. So, you know, Oblivion coming in and hitting that bunker and running back gives top left enough time to potentially take a bunk. And that's why you don't want your bunkers so far apart, because no one can split like that effectively and set 2 sides to really go for it. So, you know, he'll lose a supply depot here, but you know what that means to his overall, probably not much.
Yeah. And I think Oblivion, what he's really just trying, he's counting on top left to keep Cyrus away. He can snipe out some bunkers, then he'll reverse back on the top left, and just as long as he can keep his supply up, and then get Cyrus's production down, he knows he can probably still take this.
And that's sort of the problem with going a mass Reaper army. He can't get the exchanges here. BHF is caught up to Oblivion because he's able to go in and trade a little bit. He's got 11 range as opposed to Oblivion's now on 5 range. So.
Nope. Get it. Go get it. Wants you to get that one. It's not happening.
The other bad thing about Reaper play is even with like mass Reapers with 20 damage, you do like virtually no damage to tanks. So if he was going to rush in and try and attack Cyrus's tank, he wouldn't be able to take the kill.
I'm kind of wondering if we're going to see him start filling in with supply depots, and if that's why he's just trying to beat up slowly but surely. He's only sitting at 75 supply.
Very, very good move right there for Oblivion. He went in and took out the sensor. We'll see how quick it is for Cyrus to rebuild that, because no vision means that we've got an exposed bunk down here. Cyrus's tank does not have splash upgrade just yet. They take a bunker down top right.
I think Cyrus had to be mentally prepared that he was going to lose that bunker. It was just kind of protruding out there. I think if you're in Cyrus's case, you really need to block as much as possible. So right now, I mean, he's got 4 bunkers. If there's one thing we've learned, you can win games on 4 bunkers, even without the supply.
Yep, I wonder when he's going to switch to a turret strategy. He's sitting at 4k minerals right now. Will he invest in an SCV, or is he going to get splash damage? Where do you think that money's going to go? Maybe in... No, there goes some money.
He dumped it into bunker upgrades, and I was just about to say he might want to still invest in some bunker upgrades, because all it takes is one mistake from Cyrus, and if Oblivion's able to snipe out one, it's going to put him in a much worse position. So at least the bunker upgrades will buy him some time.
Yep, and he did at the same time with the bunker upgrades get splash damage as well for his tank.
Well, looks like this game might go on for a little bit here. Last week's games, I think the first game was over in like 40 minutes. Wasn't that right, Peter?
Yeah. Actually, I was watching the second game. I didn't join you first.
Yeah, the first one
but
was
I watched it on
super
replay,
fast. Yeah. I actually like the quick games where, people are just committing here. I think it's definitely to Cyrus's advantage, I think, right now. But the longer it goes on, the worse it's going to get for Cyrus.
Ricochet pinging down on Cyrus's bunker, although Oblivion's not taking it at the moment. I don't think he should be going in to try and take that tank kill. It's not like he can kill it with his Reapers anyway.
I think Cyrus should just keep on bunking, right? I mean, that's what you do if you're leading a score and everybody's fighting you.
No. Don't. You mean like build more bunkers?
Yeah, build more bunkers.
No, you don't want to build bunkers. When you're getting teamed, you want SCVs and tanks. More SCVs than anything. It's the only way to survive, because remember that if you lose your bunker, it doesn't come back. Although if you lose your SCV, it just comes back. And one turret at max, with Cyrus at max everything, one of his turrets can take out maybe 15 units. So if you had like 10 SCVs and you drop 10 turrets, you effectively can take out 150 units. And that's the only way to deal with 300 supply coming your way when you've only got 4 bunkers. And if you have to be split, it's harder for you to get your SCVs to the other side to defend and things like that.
Right. Okay.
But with the scores as they are, 2020 and 40,000, no one has got a second SCV yet.
lots of pings going off by Ricochet, just trying to tell Oblivion where Cyrus's army is. And he really wants us Oblivion to drop down right there. If he does, Cyrus would lose that bunker more than likely.
Yeah, but I think, you know, if Oblivion continues pestering top left, they may just turn around and just attack Oblivion. I mean, he is expanding pretty quick right now.
I wonder why Oblivion's not committing. He should be committing to killing that tank based on Ricochet telling him this right there.
I think he's just still worried about the overall balance of power right now. He sees Starduck in that second place, right? And it kind of looks like he's viewing top left more as the threat because of that. More than likely because they're two players, right?
Yeah. And you can't win against two players with sniping strategies. You know, you need to be able to hold armies, have tanks or SCVs. He won't be able to take top left on his own because he won't get the opportunity to rush in and snipe a bunker.
What do you guys think on the stream chat? If you're Oblivion, what's your next move from here? It looks like Ricochet wants him to go bottom right, but he's not too sure. Looking at the map right now, what's his best move? Alright, and we got Sofa saying if he's Oblivion, he's going to go for the Marine bunker of Starduck right there. So just shoot right up the side and hit that Marine bunker right there. Go get it, saying build a tank, hide it, build another, and then push with two tanks. Push on Cyrus with two tanks.
Yeah, I like that. Definitely switching to a tank build is a great idea right now for Oblivion. He's got to figure out how he's going to be defensive against top left should Cyrus die, and the only way he's going to do that is with tanks to hold that top line.
Yeah, so far the Reaper build's not working for it, but he's kind of committed. He's building these supply depots. He wants to get a supply up. I think once he hits about 95 to 120, he's going to really start committing to the sniping. I just don't know how far it will get him.
And Cyrus has a second SCV now.
Yeah, Sofa bringing up the point, if he does push with two tanks, the only thing that's going to be an issue is just his army's really glass cannon right now. Could it actually hold and defend the tank? So not only would he need the tanks, he would definitely need splash. We're looking at, 5,000 minerals right there.
That's true.
One tank done
So
from Oblivion.
The call out. Sorry, the problem for Cyrus, the longer the game drags on, is that his opponents now are getting closer and closer to max upgrade. So then they can match him 1-for-1. One of the things with a turret play is that you want a significant upgrade advantage on your units, so one turret can take on more units. So getting there early and trying to finish it off as quick as you can is definitely a better play.
We can see Oblivion already starting a politic and to try to get top left now to commit to Cyrus. Just afraid with that huge lead that he's got.
Sorry, do we still have 30 minutes remaining? Is it still draw out?
Yep. Good call out.
Yeah, I'll call. Cyrus on 3 SCVs. That's his focus right now. He's maxed on his units. He's got pretty decent building upgrades. So we can see a turret play sitting on 2.8k. He's not going to try and build any more.
Ooh, no,
Two tanks.
the truce does get called out, Cyrus is going to be looking at a 3 versus 1 right now. And Cyrus does have 2 tanks with the splash positioned towards Oblivion's Reaper, so I think that's smart placement there. We'll see Cyrus focusing towards the top and trying to hopefully have his bunker upgrades and tanks take care of the rest. I like how Oblivion is just trying to test the waters there and see if he can find anything that's vulnerable.
Well, I mean, another play he could do is stream like 5 units at a time into that bunker and let the tank do their job. Let the tanks do their job of killing their own units. But see, Cyrus now with 3 SCVs is able to effectively defend against top left. I mean, they can't push against that turret wall. They need to push that tank down. They've only got 1 tank. It doesn't have splash damage. They're not going to be able to do much against him. But Oblivion almost loses his tank.
Yeah, it looks like Cyrus is going to give them the turrets and try to really focus on killing Oblivion with his army and whatnot. So we might see him actually tank push on Oblivion if he feels that these turrets can hold against top left. And so far they're doing pretty darn good. Oh no, the tank's out of position. It's unsieged right now. It looks like Cyrus will lose that 1 tank. Well. Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't get the kill. Oblivion raging probably that the tank did a friendly fire there and killed he killed the other tank.
I think Startup needs to push with his tank. Just right when I said it.
He does, yeah.
But this is why you also didn't see Cyrus build up that Marauder bunker. So now Starduck's going to have to definitely push his tank out into vision. Cyrus has a lot of turrets there. That's scary for top left.
I think it's going to be pretty safe now that they got a tank there. Cyrus, I think if I was in Cyrus's position right now, I'll be sending my SCVs around the back to cut off that supply with turrets while that tank's pushing, and then that would give me the resupply I need to overwhelm them and take out that red tank.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Look, he's still able to push out that. He's gonna. Oh, he reverses off the tank because he sees Oblivion's push down here at the bottom. Other than that, Starduck's tank was gonna go down.
Yeah, he needs to call out right now for help because, you know, he's gonna lose those 2. There we go, and he's gonna lose at least 1 of those tanks. But they need to be able to take a bunk. They need to focus on a bunker like right now to get an advantage against Cyrus, or take out that tank.
Great play there by Cyrus. That puts them loads ahead because I think Red is going to be a little bit scared to push their tank up again, and he could actually push into Oblivion and kill him at this point and just keep the turrets on them. This is very quickly looking like it's going to be a game for Cyrus.
Yep, and Cyrus sitting on AK right now. Probably going to drop 2 more SCVs would be good at this point. 9K.
Whoa!
There we
and then
go,
the massive SCV
drops.
call down right there. Yep.
Yep, that's what we like to see.
Is that SCV call down or is that just Manor Mule at this point?
And he will take this tank. Oblivion, this is his shot. Here we go. He'll be able to take 1 bunk down, but they will lose their tank. Oh no, they don't lose it. And he takes a bunk.
Yeah, I don't know if Cyrus was really going to take that tank. I think it was probably in his best case to just call that bunker a loss and continue. Because as soon as he destroys Red's tank, no one has any really method of pushing on him. We got Oblivion back with 1 more tank there. The longer this goes on for Cyrus, his window is going to close.
Yep, and as I said a bit earlier, the best move for Cyrus right now is to really take those SCVs around the back, go in there and block off that respawn there, because they're going to lose that tank if they have to pull it back, and that gives Cyrus enough time to deal with Oblivion.
Yep, I agree.
What's the saying? The best defense is good offense.
Look at how those guys just melt.
And here we go. Here comes the SEV play. Come around the top there. The danger with this is that those SEVs will be stuck up there. Yeah. But I mean, he's got enough like income coming in that he can pull it off.
They had been in the tank there for a while, so it did look like it was gonna work for a second. He just needs to get him a little bit more closer in. Right now, I don't know about that turret, those turret positions. I think he needed to just go right into the bunkers.
Yep. Yeah, I would have gone straight into the bunkers. Now they've gone away. It gives Cyrus enough time to go attack Oblivion, and that would be my next play right now.
Yeah, Oblivion getting a lot of supply up. He's now at 100 supply, the highest supply there. Hey.
And with the money Cyrus is getting, he can continually just keep dumping turrets down, which is what he's doing to keep them at bay. Now he can focus on Oblivion. Oblivion sitting on 8 range and 9 regen. Cyrus's units are definitely going to overpower him once he gets that mass up.
Well, Red's tank is up there now. They're focusing on Cyrus's turret. So they're going to clear out Cyrus's turrets, but he can continue spreading all throughout Red. At least just keep him distracted a little bit.
Oh, Oblivion needs to go right now. This is his best opportunity. This is where Ricochet needs to come in. That tank goes down, but he does lose the bunker. I think it was worth the trade. I mean, he can rebuild in a second with the amount of SCVs he's got. But top left is absolutely screwed because they cannot deal with this now. There is no tank there. They've got one building. It's a bit too late. They're going to lose probably.
And this is
potentially lose a bunker.
SCV management is a thing here because it is actually easier said than done to get one SCV back just to be a dedicated builder at this point when they're all locked up there like that.
Yeah.
Cyrus needs to be careful not overcommit.
Although I've done this strategy before, and that's in this situation, building a bunker there or there, because you've got all the turrets protecting it. You get a safe spot to build and expand on that side, and just sacrifice your home base. I mean, you don't at this point. You don't even need units. You're trying to go in because if you have a look at their bunker upgrades, Red's on 232, and Teal's on 927.
That was almost some bad luck for Cyrus right there. He almost moved his army out of position right as Oblivion was coming in, but luckily saw it in time. Spamming those turrets. Keep them going. Keep them going. When we clear turrets, it's not the sign you want to hear. They cannot clear the turrets at this point.
They can now. That tank's just finished building.
Yeah. Not looking good for Cyrus. He wasn't able to rebuild his bunker. He's going to get pushed out, and now he's back in the same situation, but with only 3 bunkers.
So if you remember when the turrets first came out, and you were talking about the positioning of the turrets, if you went in and actually blocked off this area here, right next to the bunkers, there's no way that tank would have finished building.
Yeah.
And that's where it would have helped.
So they got about 17 minutes to actually clear one player off the field here. I don't know if Cyrus can hold 17 minutes if it's a 3v1 just constant.
Well, if they push now, I think they'll be able to take him out. He's got 1 tank, he's got a ton of SCVs, but he's only got 600 minerals, so there's not many turrets he could actually throw down to defend himself.
Yeah, Fred saying on the stream chance that it's not looking good for Cyrus now. His chance of victory was right there, and it is now over. And I kind of agree with it.
You see how ineffective these Reapers are against that tank. It's just virtually no damage whatsoever.
I actually think he's going to end up in a draw.
As long as one team goes out, then there's 2 left, then it can play out. But at this point, it does seem likely that it will end as a draw.
like
Oh,
Red
got
does
Oblivion,
not want to
but-
push that tank, though. And they're going to need to push that tank if they want to do anything.
Yeah, I think they're a bit worried about that future turret play. If Cyrus does get out, Oblivion's going to have a hard time dealing with these guys. They've got 3 Rorder bunkers.
Oh, look at this. Look at how they cut. And it looks like, is Oblivion going to take advantage of it? Nope. Oblivion's staying on Cyrus and just trying to scout out a little bit and see what's going on.
They need to focus those units to take down that bunker. It's not going to go down. And there was no SCVs repairing it either. Oh, actually, no, there were. Sorry.
I think
Here
they
we
got
go. This
freaked
should
out
finish
there.
it.
Oh my
Focus
gosh.
Wow, is Cyrus gonna hold?
He
Wow.
didn't focus the bunker.
Oh,
He's
wow.
got 3 SCVs. He's got 3 SCVs repairing it. And he's maxed out on regen, bunker regen.
Sofa thinking Starduck has this for sure. Fred's thinking now they saw Oblivion's not really pulling any weight here. Thank you, Zateo, for the minerals.
Yeah, I think Oblivion needs to, hopefully when he gets to the next 700, get splash damage, but I think it's all going to be a little too late. You know, Ricochet should be telling him right now what's going on, and if he goes up there, he could take that bunker. He needs to go up there now, but...
Yeah, it looks like the bunker may fall by itself. No, 15,000. Oh my gosh. I'm with you. Yeah, he needed to just go up just like he tried there, but I think he might have been successful that time. So yeah, for Cyrus, I think his only chance right now is the draw. He's got to hold out for 12 more minutes.
Yeah. And there needs to be a tank push. I think while top left know that the pressure's on, I think they need to push that tank. And Oblivion needs to push that tank as well. I mean, he's got no splash damage, but he's still got 3 of them sitting there. And the problem with not pushing a tank against someone who's playing an SCV build is that every time you rush in, you just give them more money to get more SCVs and more turrets, so...
Yep, 7 SCVs now for Cyrus. Oblivion at 105 supply hasn't been able to increase the supply much more than that right now. Looks like we got Starduck with some tank play going in there, but Cyrus's tank is there up ahead of his bunker in position, a little bit exposed. It is in range.
Oh,
of
it's in
Starduck's
range.
bunker. Yeah, Starduck, I don't think he sees it. The tank's still focusing, but Cyrus's might go down in top. It just barely misses Starbucks.
That's gotta hurt. That's definitely gotta hurt. I think when you get the first shot off, you just assume that you're going to win the exchange, and not that time. And here we go, Cyrus sitting on 4k right now. He can push with his turrets.
Tank back to full health. Is not looking good for Cyrus now.
I think Oblivion's probably happy with a draw. I don't think he can take on top left on his own. A double tank push there by Red.
I think Oblivion's going to win right now.
Yeah, and Fred's saying in the chat, hey, Cyrus can't think that Oblivion can win this, can he? I don't know. You know, once you get your mind made up, he hasn't seen the full evolution of the map here. And yeah, you're right, top left would crush Oblivion right now. Heck, they could
I'd say that he'd had...
crush Oblivion right now and still be able to crush Cyrus. And if they actually want to take the win rather than draw, that might be the play to go. Just if you're Cyrus, do you play ball with that and crush Oblivion? What do you guys think? What does top left do? Do they stay on Cyrus and try to do this? Because I think Oblivion is going to sabotage it. Or do they switch to bottom left and then just take their chances?
Not
Yeah,
enough time. I think they have to take bottom right.
Yeah, Cyrus is, if this game goes past draw point, Cyrus will win. I mean, you can't compete against those SCVs. You can do splits when you solo very easily when you've got SCVs.
Well, look, yeah, you can
And
see what
Oblivion-
Oblivion's doing. He's just sabotaging it. That's what I'm saying. If they want the chance for a win, they can go. If I was top left, I'd be like, okay, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, I think top left definitely want the win. I think Cyrus knows he can win if he makes it past draw point, and because I think Cyrus can take on top left on his own, but he can't do it with Oblivion there.
Well, what do you do with what do you do if you're top left right now? You know that he's not going to let you kill. Do you try to get Cyrus to reverse on Oblivion at this point? And just like you said, maybe they'll lose still, but it looks like they're playing to win. They don't want the draw.
Yeah, I mean, Oblivion's gone completely defensive. He put in, finally got his bunker splash upgrade. He's got 5 bunkers sitting there. He's got 5 tanks sitting there. He's got another one coming. Red's gonna, almost lose his tank.
The armada of tanks coming up. They need to be politicking the Cyrus and see if Cyrus bites on it. But even now, Cyrus is still just sitting there. He's not even building.
Yeah, I think he's a bit worried about investing the money. He's got 1900. He needs it for turrets. You got Red taking mid, 4 tanks in there as well. But it's not going to be enough. Minutes. If they can clear out some of these tanks, I think they might be able to potentially kill. I think 4 minutes is enough time to kill Oblivion. He doesn't have enough units. If they just charge this bunker here, those 5 bunkers will kill it in 2 hits. Those 5 tanks, sorry, will kill that bunker in 2 hits.
Well, they got less than 4 minutes to decide to do anything. I think Peter is right. It looks like we're gonna draw out here.
Well, here comes 4 tank push from Red. This not in range of anything, but I think he's a bit worried about the turrets.
Oh man, the race is on. What do you guys think? Is Starduck going to be able to pull it off in time? BHF needs to be able to hold. Look at Oblivion bringing up his tanks, trying to clear out mid at least. I don't think they're going to kill Cyrus in time by the time Oblivion gets a foothold.
Oh, if he keeps pushing those tanks forward, no, he pulls them back.
Yep, that's it. That's going to signal it. It's going to be a draw.
I think he could have taken out that bunker if he kept pushing. Just 1 tank forward, send 1 in front of the other, and then unsiege the one in the back, send that one in front, and keep doing that. Slowly make his way down. Cyrus didn't have the income to throw down mass turrets to do anything about it.
Fred saying he admires the attempt from Starduck to not draw it out. BHF trying to keep Oblivion busy, and it really looks like Starduck wants this to happen. He's still pushing. These other 3 tanks not in quite position though. He just move clicked them. He needs to get them repositioned. BHF is wiped now. He needs to keep Oblivion at bay during all of this. 1 minute remaining. They need to have 1 tank focused on those SCVs and have them flash kill the SCVs.
One bunker left for Cyrus, 30 seconds to go. They need to push hard.
Yeah.
No,
and
he
they're
goes
not. The
back.
tanks are going back.
It doesn't matter. Suicide him.
Oh,
It's
he's
a draw
trying to-
anyway.
Well, it looks like this is going to be the end of the first game here, and it is going to end up in a draw. What we're going to do is go ahead and cue up the highlights of this last game. The game will draw out. We're going to be back with game 2 of the night. Guys, thanks for joining us. We'll be back with you shortly.
Well, that's very true. I mean, you just saw that counter nuke there, or that nuke by Oblivion, because he was getting chopped up by Luz. He was 70, which is what, 14 Marines ahead in the trade, and Oblivion wouldn't have it. He just nuked him, and that's where some of the end game strategies come in a bit more. Looks like Luz might go in for a counter nuke here as well. Here he comes. Yep. Oh, it's going to get sniped. Oh! To counter that nuke that's going to come right back down. I don't know if the SCV is going to come down from Stardark.
Yeah, he stops. Oh, that was interesting.
Ooh.
That he chose to nuke. I actually thought that he would not nuke that. It was a little bit smaller there, but
Was that
either case.
Ricochet's one?
Yeah, that was Ricochet's nuke. I think he just felt a little bit of pressure and didn't know exactly where Starduck was. Now, Oblivion's putting in a lot of pressure on... I actually thought that he would not nuke that. It was a little bit smaller there, but...
Was that
case.
Ricochet's one?
Yeah, that was Ricochet's nuke. I think he just felt a little bit of pressure and didn't know exactly where Starduck was. Now, Oblivion's putting in a lot of pressure on Starduck himself. Ricochet up there.
It looks like Starduck is going to have to cancel. BHF could not help, no nuke there, and even if he did, it may have killed his bunk. So Oblivion sitting at... Oh, there we go. I was wondering where his money went. Very interesting play here. RCJH and Sateo both building at the same time here. Yeah, I mean, what do you do here? You got your bunker building, you got your teammate dying, you got to cancel your bunker and help your teammate out. I mean, this is going to put Cyrus in a massive lead right now at 2800. And yeah, I mean, in that situation, you know, taking a 250 hit on a cancel is much more worth it than losing your teammate. Cancel your bunker, you know, do something. But I think I'm not sure if RCJH.
That hurts. He was actually farming pretty well towards the end too.
He's got a full bunker up here, but they need to just throw another turret, and the two of them should be able to bring it down. They might be able to get it out without the turret, but it's going to take it a little bit longer there.
I'm not sure how I feel about that, you know, taking him out. I think, you know, he wasn't a threat to them. I think if anything, he was a threat. And he goes to snipe. Cyrus pulls back to help, and he may lose his Reaper Rorder bunker there by doing so. Will Oblivion get it off? It looked like he might. Don't move. Keep attacking. Oh, I wonder that slight move. He got it down to 2,000. If he didn't move for a little,
It does go down. Yep.
Yeah, Cyrus. Yeah.
It's insane to turn around and attack them, and now they're going to lose this tank because they'll be pulling back, or they're going to lose that Rod, and they lose that Rod.
They could lose both very much.
And and they still couldn't take down Luz's bunker there. They got to stutter into this right now.
This is going to be really, really bad.
Yeah, I mean, like, they already had the lead on them. They didn't really need to do anything. Now they've got a major advantage. I can understand Ricochet and Oblivion's kind of pain there. I think that was a bit premature of a switch from top left.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Cyrus, I think he might be able to pull it off.
He's
Interesting
definitely
choice
gonna
there
hold
not to. Yep, interesting choice there not to fill the bunker as well.
Yeah.
Something like that. I think in pub games, you know, Cyrus is a very, very good politician, right? So a lot of the newer players, they'll fall for it. They'll be easily influenced by Cyrus's call outs, and Unfortunately, I think in the pro league game, I think more pro players know exactly what's happening in this situation.
Well, that's one of the very important things to note is that your reputation is key. You know, you see some people in pub games that are really like they troll a lot. What Cyrus needs to win the game, because with Lou's dead now he's going to pump 2600 into Cyrus, putting Cyrus at about 3k. Cyrus can get that SCV, and Team 1 will switch because Luz has died, even though Cyrus has got a 13k lead.
Yep, looks like they're really going for this water bump. They need to snipe that SCV. SCV goes down.
Cyrus goes straight for the tank with that money. I don't know where the other 1500 went. Must have been unit upgrades there.
Oh, on his armor, he was at 15 earlier. He just done 4 points into it.
But if you're bottom left, as soon as you kill Luz, I mean, you were expecting this, right? Or at least it's got to be on your radar. It'd be a benefit if they kept on Cyrus with him on the huge lead, but I think you have to be ready for this.
Definitely. And I think bottom left is going to lose right now. I think top left is going to keep on pushing.
Demand right now, not as much supply, but supply just means that Cyrus gets more feet because he's got the bunker upgrades, he's got a tank building. They have doesn't look like there's any intention for them to get a tank. Cyrus is looking at switching now as well. I mean, I think you know, with the unit upgrades a lot further for Cyrus, he's gonna pull out ahead of this one. And
Tank
another thing
does
to
go
note
down?
here is, another thing to note here is that
I was just going to say that as the game drives on longer, it looks more better for Cyrus than anybody else.
Got random users saying Red needs to focus on Brown, finish him off. That way they can really just focus on Cyrus. But it's a little late now. Even if they go on to Brown, Cyrus is making a lot of leads here against BHF. Some huge crazy with supply depots. And that's why he's just trying to beat up slowly but surely. He's only sitting at 75 supply.
very, very good move right there for Oblivion. He went in and took out the sensor. We'll see how quick it is for Cyrus to rebuild that, because no vision means that we've got an exposed bunk down here. Cyrus' tank does not have splash upgrade just yet. They take a bunker down.
Give them the turrets and try to really focus on killing Oblivion with his army and whatnot. So we might see him actually tank push on Oblivion if he feels that these turrets can hold against top left. And so far they're doing pretty darn good. Oh no, the tank's out of position. It's unsieged right now. It looks like Cyrus will lose that one tank.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't get the kill. Oblivion raging probably that the tank did a friendly fire there and killed his own.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Look, he's still able to push out that. He's gonna. Oh, he reverses off the tank because he sees Oblivion's push down here at the bottom. Other than that, Starduck's tank was gonna go down.
Yeah, he needs to call out right now for help, because you know he's gonna lose those two. There we go, and he's gonna lose at least one of those tanks. But they need to be able to take a bunk. They need to focus on a bunker like right now to get an advantage against Cyrus, or take out that tank. And 9 regen. Cyrus's units are definitely going to overpower him once he gets that mass up.
Well, Red's tank is up there now, focusing on Cyrus's turrets. So they're going to clear out Cyrus's turrets, but he can continue spreading all throughout Red. At least just keep him distracted a little bit.
Oh, Oblivion needs to go right now. This is his best opportunity. This is where Ricochet needs to come in. That tank goes down.
Oblivion staying on Cyrus and just trying to scout out a little bit and see what's going on.
They need to focus those units to take down that bunker. It's not going to go down. And there was no SCVs repairing it either. Oh, actually, no, there were. Sorry.
I think
Here
they
we
got
go.
freaked
This should
out
finish
there.
it.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, is Cyrus going to hold?
Wow.
He didn't focus the bunker.
Oh,
He's
wow.
got 3 SCVs. He's got 3 SCVs repairing it.
But Cyrus's tank is there up ahead of his bunker in position, a little bit exposed. It is in range.
Oh,
of
it's in
Starduck.
range.
Bunker. Yeah, Starduck, I don't think he sees it. The tank's still focusing, but Cyrus's might go down in top. It just barely misses Starbucks.
That's gotta hurt. That's definitely gotta hurt. I think when you get the first shot off, you just assume that you're going to win the exchange, and not that time. Well, that's very true. I mean, you just saw that counter nuke there, or that nuke by Oblivion, because he was getting chopped up by Luz, who was 70, which is what 14 Marines ahead in the trade, and Oblivion wouldn't have it. He just nuked him, and that's where some of the end game strategies come in a bit more. Looks like Luz might go in for a counter nuke here as well. Here he comes. Yep. Oh, it's going to get sniped. Oh. To counter that nuke that's going to come right back down. I don't know if the SCV is going to come down from Stardark.
Yeah, he stops. Oh, that was interesting.
Ooh.
That he chose to nuke. I actually thought that he would not nuke that. It was a little bit smaller there, but
Was that Ricochet's one?
yeah, that was Ricochet's nuke. I think he just felt a little bit of pressure and didn't know exactly where Starduck was. Now Oblivion's putting in a lot of pressure on. I actually thought that he would not nuke that. It was a little bit smaller there, but
Was that Ricochet's one?
yeah, that was Ricochet's nuke. I think he just felt a little bit of pressure and didn't know exactly where Starduck was. Now Oblivion's putting in a lot of pressure on Starduck himself. Ricochet up there.
It looks like.
His side, they're getting ready for a gang up here. The top right, the one thing they're missing right now is a sensor tower. So I think because Fred's in the sensor, they're waiting. Oh no, they still went. They might take this bunk.
Yeah, they're totally
cut off,
they're
not
gonna
able
clear
to
that
do
bunker
anything.
for sure.
They're going to take down this bunk. Very good timing because Zateo got pushed back. Nothing he could do there. Adam will take this kill.
Cyrus would be at least above. Cyrus would be closer to core channel.
So Bang's going to get finished off as well. This is really good for sports. I think he's got 400 minerals sitting
Adam,
there.
Adam and Cyrus.
Oh,
still...
he got the tank kill. He killed Cyrus's tank. I was going to say that was probably pretty silly by sports. He could have got 400 minerals here for those turrets, but he gets a tank and a bunker kill. That cripples them. Absolutely cripples them.
See, you know, I like the idea of rushing the bunker with the units in that case because this is time bound. Like the idea would be get a bunker.
Wait, hold on. We got tank in vision. Cyrus's tank is getting hit by Zateo's tank. He had to push back.
Oh, it's so close. It's so close. Oh no, the unit pathing catches the tank. The tank goes down. Oh man.
I just saw Zito just lost his bunker and his tank, so that was very, very costly.
Did not see it. Oh man. I am a fail caster, and they're going to lose the other tank. I see that.
Yeah.
I mean, they could very well lose this other bunker. Bottom right, definitely not letting up on them.
Oh, and here we go. This is the second tanks here, and then it lines up some turrets in front of him. He can hold that position permanently while pushing on Cyrus. He's got the unit supply. You know, he's got 120 supply. Cyrus is on 95.
All right, guys, welcome back. We are in for game 2 of the night. Top left, we got Sad for You and Fred. Top right, Cyrus the Virus and Zateo. Ooh, there's a matchup right there. Bottom right, Sofa and PHF. I find that hilarious. And then bottom left, Oblivion and Trigger. Trigger coming back in for his first game of the night here. What do you guys think of the matchups going so far?
Well, I mean, according to Sofa, Trigger's got an easy lane, but I don't believe it. I think PHF is a good player, and I think any sort of chance of winning a game is got to do with teamwork. So keep your teammates on your side. I think bottom right is going to have a tough time winning, but my bet on this game would be a bottom left, top right diagonal. I mean, Zateo, Cyrus, and Oblivion Trigger in the final.
Yeah, we saw Zateo get eliminated pretty darn early on that first round there, so, sometimes that haunts you for the rest of the series, you know what I mean? So I'm hoping that Zateo is able to pick himself back up and really throw some domination down there on Sofa.
That's very true. I mean, confidence is a really good thing in this game. When you know that you're laned with a really bad player, you actually play better. And then when you think you're up against some guy who's better than you, you stutter, you shake, and you make mistakes. And, I think it's good to be confident. And you're right, maybe we'll see some lack of confidence here from Zateo, but he's coming in with a good split against Sofa right now.
Nuke coming down from Cyrus on Fred there.
Good cleanup by Zateo. No nuke first place.
Looks like we got 16 different viewers on our stream right now. It's been a little bit since we've seen numbers that high. It just goes to show no one cares about the Pro Bowl.
I noticed you moved the banner up.
I did move the banner up. I saw some of the suggestions from the stream chat on the last one that it was blocking the mini-map. I've also kind of given up on calling out some of the stuff there directly, but the stats are showing for the current players, for those that are wondering how the matchup is standing right now and where people are ranking in this season.
No, that was actually me, but I was wondering like if you could just make the banner smaller. But yeah, I mean it's fine.
Good nuke by Zateo there, having to do it in order not to lose his army. Very, very good move there. Sets Sofa back extremely far. I think it looks like BHF is going to have to carry Sofa right now.
Fred with the standard 2-2-2 and 6. That seems to be the classic there, except for Oblivion. He's going with this 4-4 again in the beginning.
You go to the scoreboard just to see who's winning.
Yep, right now we got Zateo in first place, so far confidence is keeping up there. Trigger second place, so the two diagonals, top right and bottom left, are the ones in the lead. But look at Cyrus. Cyrus right there in third, so top right looking pretty darn strong.
Yeah, Cyrus is going to have a tough time getting his second bunk down against Fred. I think Fred's already out-upgraded him. Now, if Cyrus is chucked in, you can see he's gone 3-3-3-3-5 as opposed to his 2-2-2-5. And we know that Fred's going to merc straight out, so it's going to be interesting to see, if he can get that second bunker down. Cyrus has used his nuke as well.
Looks like there was a nuke by Oblivion on Sad for You.
Yep, we got Oblivion nuking him right from the center, and that always sucks to happen in this play. You're just coming in the center, and usually right about when you're about to cross that threshold, you're like, I wonder if this is a good idea or not. And then it just comes down right on you.
Yep.
You know what would be good? Every time Fred starts playing, we should have like a pool that's to see when he's going to let his nuke go.
And we can ask the stream chat, hey guys, if you did have a minute marker that you had to call out for Fred using his nuke, what minute marker would you bet money on? Price is Right rules, lower wins.
I might say that he'll use it. I mean, I can't give you an exact minute, but when his partner's dying, he's going to use a nuke to kill his partner.
Sofa's dropping in down the first bunker of the game.
That was very quick. I think he may have gotten some minerals there from BHF. He's sitting on 22324, and he's only got 100 minerals. So.
BHF is sitting at 200 minerals right now.
Yeah, he's still at his standard 2225 upgrade, so he definitely got some money from BHF. And you know, I don't know. I know this is Sofa's strategy is sometimes if he thinks that they might be disadvantaged, he'll try to ask to pull minerals from his partner there. And I think
I think it happens every game. I think he asks for it every game. I'm the better player, pull me money. I don't know. It doesn't matter who he's playing with. That's just going. Yeah.
But this is a risk because Trigger is BHS lane, man. I mean,
I also find it weird that he built it in his tank spot. I think that he's just not comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, well, Zateo is sitting there first place for the 600 league against Trigger. I think, you know, out of the two, logically, maybe it was better to pull it to Sofa. But at the same time, it's going to be tough for him either way.
Yeah, I don't. The more I think about it, the more I don't agree with this. If they were going to pull, I think they needed to pull the BHF because we can be honest here. You know, Trigger is probably one of the better players here in this league right now. So BHF's going to need all the help he can get just to keep Trigger at bay. Trigger's going to have full map control now.
That's true.
And what's Sofa going to get? He's going to get maybe a slight advantage on Zateo here.
Well, BHF decided to put his money into upgrades. He's sitting at 55 minerals. He's not going to get a bunker anytime soon. Zateo might get a deny here. He's got two teams attacking. Sofa attacking Fred. He should be aiming at the bunker right now to help with his lane.
This is the normal for Zateo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't catch a break. He had to cancel a couple bunkers last game as well.
He's still sitting in first right now. He's got more than enough for a bunker. He's on 4-4 upgrades as well, so he can even pump up some more upgrades or throw down a turret. He should be able to get this next bunker up. Why he's not laying it down right now, I don't know.
He's probably massing for a bigger army before he plunks it down. He doesn't want to risk canceling it again. That's my thought. Yeah. But now, like, if Sofa were to discover his bunker, like, he wouldn't be able to defend it, I don't think.
Yeah, and BHF had his SCV sitting up there as well, ready to go in and nuke the moment they found out. But if you have a look at Sofa's upgrades, he's got 7 armor already, 7, 3, 3, 4, 4, 7. It's going to be very difficult with Reaps to take out the Reaps with Marines when they've got that kind of armor. But you know, with Cyrus helping, I think now's the chance. I'm not I wonder what you guys think about dropping down a shield tower before throwing down your bunk.
I'd say it's pretty good to do as long as there's no nukes on the table. I guess
it's also pretty. Yeah, it's also pretty inexpensive. So
there's a really big downside to it, though, that you've now given someone visibility that you're building a bunker there.
But at that point, they should already know.
Even without vision.
Yeah.
But without vision, like if Sofa's sitting there waiting for him to throw down a bunker so he can go in and cancel again, he's going to have vision of that shield tower across the map without seeing the bunker. And he's seen the bunker now, so Cyrus will have to go back and help.
SCV sniper down. But
if Fred pushes, then Cyrus will have to cancel as well.
Yeah, that's the thing I think is always the bigger scare is when you're double building right there. Zateo is able to finish that bunker, and I think that came down. BHF was forced to use this nuke on Trigger down here just a while ago that we saw, and at that point, it almost guaranteed that Zateo was going to get that bunker up. And meanwhile, you know, Fred, not pushing on Cyrus, no pressure there, and Cyrus will get his bunker up, no problem. We're now in the 13, almost 14-minute mark, and both top left still have their nukes.
So Oblivion seems to be able to 2 versus 1 top left on his own, it seems right now.
7, 7, and 2 as his upgrades.
I'd just like to point out how far behind BHF is to Trigger now. He's like half the Trigger's score.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier. Them doing that strategy basically made it over for BHF. And BHF has left the game.
can imagine like what's going on in that room right now. It's like probably like Sofa telling BH what to do. And getting frustrated.
VHF.
Yeah. Played with
Well, I mean,
VHF.
I think that could have been part of the strategy. You know, Sofa's like, let me have the win, because Sofa's in a good position right now. BHF won't get the win for leaving, but Sofa will take the win. You know, if he doesn't get checked now, because he's just got a 1k lead. I don't know how many minerals he got from that exchange.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then, hey, I don't know if one of you can check the rules Discord real quick. There is a rule for this here. How does that play out according to the rules?
I'm gonna ask BHF what happened. Let's see.
I will pull up the rules and have a look. I'm pretty sure it was just BHF will take a loss, and I don't think he can play the next game or something.
Put a turret push on Sofa.
And I kind of wonder
if a player,
how...
the rule is if a player chooses to leave during a game to aid his partner, that player will receive a loss. The player must be in the game at the time. Yeah, that's it. So BHF gets a loss.
Got it.
3 turrets, 4 turrets down, 5 turrets.
Yeah,
Here comes a nuke from Trigger. Oh,
they're
massive.
He
got like
4
right
turrets.
now for this.
He got 400 just from that nuke on turrets alone. So Trigger's sitting on 1100. He can bunker now. Although he puts it into upgrades.
Yeah, Trigger likes to go with the least amount of bunkers. It's all about the trading.
Upgrades, yeah.
Yeah, upgrades.
And here comes his bunker.
To be honest with you, I've started to play that style a little bit as well, with that L-shaped build with 3 bunkers.
It's a lot safer.
Yeah, a lot safer, a lot stronger to defend.
I like to put the marine bunker a little bit out even more, so you can save that spot for 2 supply depots.
Yeah, it's good that like I do that strategy in pub games for the supply depots. Although most of the time pub games, I probably just stay on 2 bunkers anyway and just get mass supply after all the nukes go. But in pro league games, building it in that position is a lot safer because your partner can get to you quicker. You know, that half a second could be the deciding factor whether it lives or dies. Plus, when you build out in that square, or like 1 extra square across, you need to get a second sensor tower. Otherwise, it's easy to get sniped as well.
That's true. And if I'm laning, like I know someone who's like professional with deepers, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, looking at
So
the score check here, we got Trigger first place, 5,600. Sofa in second place now, 5,300. Oblivion third place, 4,800. Followed by Zateo and Cyrus right there at 47 and 35 respectively.
Yeah, I'm feeling it for Zateo. I mean, he had a decent lead, and as soon as BHF left, the tables turned there. But I recommend he gets some more regen. He's sitting on 1 regen right now, and it's cheap enough to get a couple in there. Yeah.
And that's the first time I've seen that rule have to get invoked here in the Pro League, so that's definitely disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, for Sofa to win this, he needs to get up ahead really quick, hope he gets some feed, and then go endgame strat tanks and SCVs as soon as he can. Because if he lets this game drag on, he's going to lose with too much supply coming at him.
Yeah, definitely after it happened, it looked like top right was game on punishing them for it and trying to orchestrate a 4v2. A little upset with Trigger when Trigger dropped the nuke and saying, "Why did you help them?" And Trigger saw all those turrets and said, "Man, I gotta nuke that."
Yeah, it was a honeypot. You gotta take it.
Fred seems to be starving some Cyrus a little bit. Cyrus's upgrades are way behind them.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a problem in the later games, I think.
6 guys on the minute 1K in terms of turrets as well. That puts them further behind. This is the scoreboard right now, Draconis.
Scoreboard. Score check is going to be Trigger. First place, 8,000 points, just crosses. Second place, Sofa, 6,900, 7,000 now. Followed by third place, Oblivion, 6,700, and Sateo, 5,700. So yeah, I think top right kind of got the least amount of benefit from that play that just happened there. Fred being a little bit more turtle, and then of course top right getting a little bit of a lead there in the beginning.
Yeah, it's very very dangerous to come in with an end game. You know, these moves like throwing turrets early in the game to finish someone off need to pay off, and if you don't, you get set behind. It's kind of, you need that gut shot to do it. When it pays off well, but if it doesn't work, it really sets you back.
I'm surprised that Cyrus didn't go Reaper this game. I wonder how to go Marines, because it would have been beneficial to go Reapers against Fred.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Merc Reapers against Merc Marines would be a good trade, but I think at the moment what he's trying to do is maybe minimize the amount of feed that Fred gets. So, you know, only getting 5 bounty for a kill as opposed to 10 or 15 when he mercs his Reapers. But top left both still have their nukes. I think Sad for you and Fred make a good team. You know, they both don't nuke and they like their Marine play.
All right, just to answer some questions from the stream chat here. Looks like we just put up the scores. There they are again, real quick for you. Trigger in first place, 9,700 points. He's actually getting a bigger lead now. Oblivion at 8,000, and so on and so forth. And then, yeah, to answer the question from Curto, the next week's pro matches will be held on Saturday. That way, we can all root for the Rams, or hopefully not the Patriots. I'll think less of you, but we can all root for the Rams on next Sunday.
Cavs actually gets to play instead of.
Yeah, we're kind of looking at changing to it directly. It looks like Saturday was getting a lot more votes from people, so we may see a permanent switch there to Saturday. And if it makes us see more of the cash, man, I'm for it.
Yeah, I was lucky today. It's Australia Day on Saturday, so it's Monday today. It's a public holiday. I'm glad to get back into it. It's been a while. I mean, my ELO's been growing because of it. I got over 2K again. That's why I'm not that you know, overly eager to play a game, but I will play one. I'll play the last game.
Drac, I don't know if you saw that, but top left just got a Rotter cancel, and they both had their nukes, and they decided not to use it.
I'm sorry,
Very
Ricochet. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
And the meme
but yeah.
going is, if I miss something very important, we must apologize to Ricochet. It'd be kind of hilarious to see you guys doing it in the stream chat. That'll be my cue that I missed something too. If I just see, I'm sorry, Ricochet, in the stream chat.
I'm just surprised that they both didn't use their nukes either. It's just very surprising.
Call out for top right on Rotter, but it's very late. It's going to get up.
Yeah, I think everyone needs to focus on bottom left about now. You got Trigger and Oblivion in first and second place, both with a pretty decent sized lead against their lanes. They got to do something early. Let Trigger grow, and it's going to cost you.
Yep, top left going down with the bunker. Let's see. It looks like a lot of things converging on top left. They don't want them to get a bunker.
Here comes the nuke. He doesn't throw it.
We're now 28 minutes into the match. No nukes yet by top left at all, right? So top left still has both nukes. If you just joined us on the stream, we were trying to start a poll. What minute marker do you think Fred will actually use his nuke on? Right now, 28 minutes, no nukes in.
They're just trying to be very greedy in their nuke. And I think at this point you should just take it just to put that bunker down.
Yeah, I don't think the nuke is really intended for just money. It's about positional, you know. There's no point dying and having 10,000 minerals in the bank. You know, you want to win the game, and Nuke can really help you do that.
Also, one of them needs to go Reaper instead of both going Marine. Like I mean, Marine is a good strategy, but if you have both players going Marine, it doesn't make for a very effective team unless one of you guys really gets that rudder bunk down. You know, because having a Reaper bunk will actually help defend a rudder bunk.
That's true.
Yeah.
And it does like mix it up. I mean, I like the, you know, playing pure, you know, all your units get stim, but it's good to have at least one Reaper bunk and have it merked, so when you need to go in and kill a bunker that you can. So that versatility in your units really helps out.
Hey, what do you guys think?
Top right going for the second rolls.
What do you guys think of Cyrus's upgrades? I know he's towards a little bit bottom of the list there, but his ups are pretty far down on Fred, which are already turtling. I'm kind of wondering, like, would you have delayed your third bunker a little bit to get better ups, or was it right to get that third bunker right away being broad?
I think that, you know, any opportunity you can to take broad, and if you've got the money to do it, you should do it. And I think, you know, he's already behind, you know, Fred, so holding off on the upgrades and getting a unit sort of advantage there with supply might have worked, and it looks like he's going all right. You know, being able to resupply as opposed to killing more units faster.
I think Cyrus should let them have router.
I was just about to say that exactly.
Yep. And Oblivion was able to get the cancel off there, so yeah, not really too much benefit to Cyrus at that point. And
that's the
I
third
think you're right.
cancel. That's a lot of money that they've lost.
I understand the threat that comes with routers, but at this point, like, top left isn't your enemy. Like, they will become your enemy, like you know, in the future, but like, that's like far in the future that you can like deal with that, you know, when it comes, you know.
Sad for you.
Finally, he goes a nuke, and it wasn't Fred.
It was not Fred, so Otacon called it out in minute 46. Otacon is still safe, as that was sad for you's nuke. And it looks like Otacon on the stream chat definitely agrees with this. Cyrus should not be focusing on denying bunkers that much.
Yep. I mean, I don't know why no one's called it out yet, but considering that, you know, Team 4 is sitting at 30k, followed by, you know, Zateo and Cyrus at 18k, you know, there's a massive advantage that they've got. They need to be dealing with that right now. It looked like Sadfu ended up losing that bunker anyway, even with the nuke.
Yep. Sorry, Ricochet.
No worries. But yeah, I think that whole bunker denial by Cyrus is really, I think the game is bottom left to lose at this point, unless they all band together at this point.
Yep, to Otacon's point, top left is purely just speed now to bottom left. So by doing that, he made them a bigger liability for him.
Fred should nuke now. This is the nuke opportunity, Fred. Do it. Come on, Fred. You can do it. Oh, he
No
can't
nuke.
get it out now. But that would have been at least 1,500 minerals.
Upgrade checks for bottom left, 16, 19, 17 for Trigger. Oblivion sitting at 15, 17, and 7 range. They're looking really scary on the upgrades right now. I mean,
Upgrade
first
complete.
place with Trigger, 17,700. Oblivion in second place, 15,800. You guys are right. I'm surprised no one's called out, hey, it's time to get bottom left a little bit here. Sofa has a little bit, but it seems like no one else wants to play ball.
Yeah, and I think Trigger's sitting on 3 bunks now that he's maxed out his weapons. He's almost maxed out the other first 3. I think he's going to be throwing down a water bunk very shortly. That would be my play.
Actually, if Trigger throws down a router bunk, that will initiate the 62. So I'm not sure if that would be the greatest idea. Like, if Trigger or bunks, you know, Reaper or Marines, I think people will put a tank to do what they are doing. But I think if Trigger builds that router, it's going to suddenly initiate the 62, which they don't want right now.
Well, I think that they can actually take it. I mean, Trigger's just going to dominate sitting inside his bunker. The only threat they had was surface tank, which will probably go down right now. If they can stutter into that, they got to stutter into it, and there goes surface tank. There's no more tanks left on the map. You know, I would be actually wanting some more feed.
And I don't even know if the tank was the right play there for Sofa. I mean, going against a Trigger and Oblivion, he wasn't going to be able to protect it there.
Yeah, and he's gone straight in for another one.
Yeah.
I think at this point, he needs something to stand out, and his upgrades, you know, it's going to be hard to stay in check with Trigger, but Trigger hasn't been really bothering him. Trigger's happy just kind of killing what he needs to get some feed.
Yeah, look at Oblivion, still trying to feed it. Is he going to take out Sad for You here? Sad for You can easily die here, but it looks like he's not really focusing it. He doesn't want it.
He doesn't want to, yeah.
Wants to keep the feed.
No, I think it's more that he's worried that if he kills him, then that's when the switch will happen. But, you know, it might not be the best play. I'd be getting rid of anyone as quick as I can.
Whoa, and
Finally.
the does go down from Fred at the 37-minute mark. Just 9 minutes short for Otacon there. He was guessing the 46-minute mark there for Fred.
That's pretty darn close, though.
It is pretty close.
Again, Cyrus should not be trying to kill Fred. I don't understand what he's doing.
Well, I think he realizes that Oblivion and Trigger are focused on them, and definitely feeding off them. So the quicker they die, the quicker they can all team up against bottom left. But I don't think they're going to have enough power to do anything about it.
Yeah, I think
you get to that point where bottom left just wins if they kill off one of the teams.
And here's my sound snafu for the day. Friar Ian saying, "Hey, Drek, the sound's cutting out of the stream every now and then." I know exactly what it is. When I alt-tab real quick to do something, I guess it's killing the sound. So I will try not to do that again. But hopefully we won't see any interruptions. If you do see it, you can rest assured I'm doing something in the background. Usually coming to replays.
So here we go. I think you got Cyrus going in with a shield tower in middle. I think they're going to try and take mid, because Sofa will be focused on attacking them from this line here. There's no reason for Sofa to go past middle. Oblivion calls it out. Yes, I'm taking it. There we go.
Sofa. Yes, I am taking it.
And they need to. I mean, what other choice do they have? I mean, if anything, him taking middle might actually give them more bounty when they kill it. I mean, Oblivion's got 2 tanks, building his 3rd right now. Hopefully he gets splash damage soon, and if he does, you know, they're going to have a tough time. And Trigger can take out Sofa on his own.
But
and
this is
top
a
right
bad
really
spot
can't
still for Sofa. I mean, top right, taking mid, yeah, it's going to help him against Oblivion, but what does he do after that? Like, honestly.
Yeah.
So, Sofa should be, you know, it's just the way they're positioned in the map, so top right should take mid, but Sofa's probably thinking in his head, I'm like, well, why can't I take mid, you know, and you guys go all the way around. It just can't work in their position, so he's in a tough spot, just by the corner.
Sofa's spot now is to decide who wins. That's anybody but him.
What's the score for Sofa? Like, where is he in terms of the leaderboard?
17,000 is 4th.
Okay.
With Fred at 3rd place, who's also dead, and Trigger and Oblivion 21 and 20,000. Oblivion taking the lead, actually.
Like, I'm pretty sure Sofa also lost like a bunk and a tank too, so he's much bigger than his football leaders there.
Yeah, Sofa, it's not looking so good for Sofa right now. I mean, unless he tank pushes, I don't even know what he's going to contribute.
If Zateo doesn't get out of my side, I'm switching. Here we go. That's right. He doesn't need to go through mid. They can hit from the top side. Rush those tanks. Cyrus is not going for upgrades. He's going for pure, like, supply there.
Yeah, look at Oblivion just shredding through the thing.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good call by Cyrus.
Yeah, I think Trigger
Oblivion gets the splash damage on his tanks. It just chops down that supply. I think it's just going to be extra feed for Oblivion. I'll be interested to see when the second SCV comes down there.
I think they could actually tank push this. I think so. I don't think Sofa can contribute enough to where he can stop him here. Trigger's going to be able to hold Sofa no matter what, and I think Oblivion has enough tanks. Cyrus's upgrades aren't too good They're going to try to wrap and come at it from 2 different angles, it looks like here. That may confuse the tanks. But, I mean, Oblivion has the upgrades too. I think the mid's going to go down here.
I'm surprised Cyrus doesn't have a tank. Like, he usually builds a tank after, like, the 3rd bunker.
Yeah, I think it's been a different kind of play strategy for him. Sometimes when you're getting smashed, you got to try something different. And I think his style this game has been, I need supply, and hopefully we can overrun him with supply. But I don't think he expected that Oblivion would have 3 tanks by now and splash damage.
Hey, Drac, even you, Kaiser, can you kind of, enforce the rules here?
Oh, I didn't say that.
Oh, sorry.
So Cyrus has joined our stream chat. Oh, okay, never mind.
It looks like Sophie's tank is about to go down.
We were too busy looking at if Sofa was going to lose his tank or not down there.
Yeah. Now that's APM. It's a shame, like, that during the game when you switch to Discord and switch your channels, you should get like plus 10 APM or something to be able to do that.
And mid
Surf
does
is
go
pushing
down.
his tank.
Yeah, he's been pushing his tank, but mid did go down, just kind of like what we were saying earlier. I mean, this Sofa's just in a position he can't even do damage with this tank. And as soon as
because Oblivion called down a second SCV just to repair his bunker.
tank up from Zateo's tank is in range. They start firing, but those tanks are so close together that the splash is taking it down. 2 tanks go down from Zateo's tank there, and his tank's remaining. It does go down.
Oh, it went down just.
That was a great push. That was very well worth it, I think, for top right there. They're still in a huge disadvantage now with Oblivion, but shame the tank went down, but it made its damage.
Yeah, I think Oblivion needs to maybe push that tank back and just come help Trigger for a second to take out that tank. It looks like Trigger may take it now. He's thrown a very good turret there. Oblivion throwing another turret. Oh no, sorry, that was Sofa's turret.
Yeah, and I think top right, they just don't know how ineffective Sofa is right now. I don't think they
Yeah,
realize
Sofa
that.
loses the tank.
They're probably
Sofa can't do anything right now.
Yep. And it's more looking over. I think Trigger's going to push in, and I don't know who dies first, top right or bottom right.
Well, I think Trigger's just playing it slow. Like, he hasn't even considered expanding yet. He hasn't got his second SCV. He's got 3k now, so I'll be interested if he throws down the SCV. No, he throws a turret. I think Sofa should be the first to go.
Did you guys see that awesome team play there by Trigger? Saw the flank coming up and automatically went. That's the beauty of pro play right there. That was a pub game that would have definitely distracted Oblivion. They didn't even need to talk. Maybe a pink, but Trigger was able to go there, and then Oblivion is just continuing his push, taking out that rod bunker now.
That's it.
Yeah, it
So
kind of
Trigger
looks like
did
it is
throw
going to
down
be
his
top
second
right.
SCV.
I think they're going to push and kill top right for the most part. GG is called from Sateo.
Yeah, I think that's a real GG.
Yeah. I think they should team bottom left and not like fuck up top left so much. I think that was the deciding factor. Like they needed
top left. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if they were attacking bottom left, then they wouldn't have got such a feed from top left as well. I think that kind of skewed the points a lot more.
And GG coming out from Cyrus as well. Zateo leaving the game.
I like it how Trigger just sits there. He doesn't need to do anything. Let Oblivion do the work.
That's important to know your role.
Yeah. Very important. He played the whole game with 60 supply, and he's still, holding off Sofa very well.
I think the game would have been a lot different if VHF stayed. Like, yeah, he would have been behind, but that extra supply would have helped in the end for that final push.
All right, Cyrus the Virus being defeated. Let's see if Sofa just bows out here. He's gonna make us sit and watch his last 3 bunkers die.
And I have a feeling that Sofa's excuse will be, you know, he's going to blame BHF.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case. I think just the whole thought of wanting to feed into it was just a bad call on their end. But that is going to be the end of Game 2, everyone. We'll be back and with Game 3 of the night. Stay tuned.
In this game, when you know that you're laned with a really bad player, you actually play better. And then when you think you're up against some guy who's better than you, you stutter, you shake, and you make mistakes. And you know, I think it's good to be confident. And you're right, maybe we'll see some lack of confidence here from Zateo, but he's coming in with a good split against Sofa right now.
Nuke coming down from Cyrus on Fred there. Kind of giving up on calling out some of the stuff there directly, but the stats are showing for the current players. For those that are wondering how the matchup is standing right now and where people are ranking them.
Yeah. No, that was actually me, but I was wondering like if you could just make the banner smaller. But yeah, I mean it's fine.
Good nuke by Zateo there, having to do it in order not to lose his army. Very, very good move there. Sets Sofa back extreme.
Keeping up there. Trigger second place, so the 2 diagonals, top right, bottom left, are the ones in the lead. But look at Cyrus. Cyrus right there in third, so top right looking pretty darn strong.
Yeah, Cyrus is going to have a tough time getting his second bunk down against Fred. I think Fred's already out-upgraded him. Now Cyrus is chucked in, you can see he's gone 3-3-3-3-5 as opposed to his 2-2-2-5. And we know that Fred's going to merc straight out, so it's now. That's true.
And what's Sofa going to get? He's going to get maybe a slight advantage on Zateo here.
Well, BHF decided to put his money into upgrades. He's sitting at 55 minerals. He's not going to get a bunker anytime soon. Zateo might get a deny here. He's got 2 teams attacking. Sofa attacking Fred. Should be aiming at the bunker right now to help with his lane, to take out the rigs with Marines when they've got that kind of armor. But you know, with Cyrus helping, I think now's the chance. I'm not I wonder what you guys think about dropping down a shield tower before throwing down your bunk.
I'd say it's pretty good to do as long as there's no nukes on the table. I guess
it's also pretty. Yeah, it's also pretty inexpensive. So
there's a really big downside to. I think that you know any opportunity you can to take broad, and if you've got the money to do it, you should do it. And I think you know he's already behind. You know, Fred, so holding off on the upgrades and getting a unit sort of advantage there with supply might have worked, and it looks like he's going all right. You know, being able to resupply as opposed to killing more.
Lost there, so yeah, not really too much benefit to Cyrus at that point.
And that's the third cancel. Right. That's a lot of money that they've lost.
I understand the threat that comes with Rados, but at this point, like top left is not your enemy. Like they will become your enemy, like you know, in the future. But like that's like far in the future that you can like deal with that, you know, when it comes. You know.
Finally, he goes a nuke, and it wasn't Fred.
It was not Fred, so Otacon called it out at minute 46.
You know, Reaper or Marines, I think people for the tank to do what they are doing. But I think if Trigger builds that router, it's going to suddenly initiate the 62, which they don't want right now.
Well, I think that they can actually take it. I mean, Trigger's just going to dominate sitting inside his bunker. The only threat they had was Surface Tank, which will probably go down right now. If they can stutter into that, they got to stutter into it, and there goes Surface Tank. There's no more tanks left on the map.
He's not really focusing it. He doesn't want it.
He doesn't want to, yeah.
Wants to keep the lead.
No, I think it's more that he's worried that if he kills him, then that's when the switch will happen. But, you know, it might not be the best play. I'd be getting rid of anyone as quick as I can.
Whoa, and then
Finally.
it does go down from Fred at the 37-minute mark. Just 9 minutes short for Otacon there. He was guessing the 46-minute mark there for Fred. Sofa's just in a position he can't even do damage with this tank. And as soon as
because Oblivion called down a second SCV just to repair his bunker.
tank up from Zateo's tank is in range. They start firing, but the tanks are so close together that the splash is taking it down. 2 tanks go down from Zateo's tank there, and his tanks remaining. It does go down.
Oh, it went down just.
I'll be interested if he throws down the SCV. No, he throws a turret. I think Sofa should be the first to go.
Did you guys see that awesome team play there by Trigger? Saw the flank coming up and automatically went. That's the beauty of pro play right there. That was a pub game that would have definitely distracted Oblivion. They didn't even need to talk. Maybe a ping, but Trigger was able to go there, and then Oblivion is just continuing to push, taking out that rod bunker now.
In this game, when you know that you're lane with a really bad player, you actually play better. And then when you think you're up against some guy who's better than you, you stutter, you shake, and you make mistakes. And I think it's good to be confident. And you're right, maybe we will see some lack of confidence here from Zateo, but he's coming in with a good split against Sofa right now.
Nuke coming down from Cyrus on Fred there. Kind of giving up on calling out some of the stuff there directly, but the stats are showing for the current players. For those that are wondering how the matchup is standing right now and where people are ranking in this.
No, that was actually me, but I was wondering like if you could just make the banner smaller. But yeah, I mean it's fine.
Good nuke by Zateo there, having to do it in order not to lose his army. Very, very good move there. Sets Sofa back extreme.
Keeping up there. Trigger second.
this side. They're getting ready for a gang up here. The top right, the one thing they're missing right now is a sensor tower. So I think because Fred's in the sensor, they're waiting. Oh no, they still went. They might take this bunk.
Yeah, they're
Zateo
totally.
cut off,
They're
not
gonna
able
clear
to
that
do
bunker
anything
for
here.
sure.
They're going to take down this bunk. Very good timing because Zateo got pushed back. Nothing he could do there. Adam will take this kill.
Cyrus would be at least above. Cyrus would be closer to core tower.
So Bang's going to get finished off as well. This is really good for sports. I think he's got 400 minerals sitting there.
Adam and Cyrus.
Oh,
Still...
he got the tank kill. He killed Cyrus's tank. I was going to say that was probably pretty silly by sports. He could have got 400 minerals here for those turrets, but he gets a tank and a bunker kill. That cripples them. Absolutely cripples them.
See, you know, I like the idea of rushing the bunker with the units in that case because this is time bound. Like the idea would be get a bunker.
Wait, hold on. We got tank in vision. Cyrus's tank is getting hit by Zateo's tank. He had to push back.
Oh, it's so close. It's so close. Oh no, the unit pathing catches the tank. The tank goes down. Oh man.
I just saw Zito just lost his bunker and his tank, so that was very, very costly.
Did not see it. Oh man. I am a fail caster, and they're going to lose the other tank. I see that.
Yeah.
I mean, they could very well lose this other bunker. Bottom right, definitely not letting up on them.
Oh, and here we go. This is the second tanks here, and then it lines up some turrets in front of him. He can hold that position permanently while pushing on Cyrus. He's got the unit supply. You know, he's got 120 supply. Cyrus is on 95.
All right, guys, welcome in. We are now in Game 3 of the night. Joined with me is Cyrus the Virus. My name is Draconis. And
Game paused.
Cyrus the Virus. My name is Draconis.
Okay.
Looks like we have a little bit of a pause here. Cyrus, you're echoing. All right, so while we just wait for the pause, we got top left, we got Kurto and Stabby. Top right, we have Kashayar and Sad for You. Bottom right, we have Fred and Sofa. And then bottom left, we have Zateo and Ricochet right now. So going on into Game 3 of the night. Looks like Kurto asked for a pause. Not exactly sure why.
All right, I just said 30 seconds, so.
Okay, and I am going to go ahead and start the countdown. And we are now finally into Game 3 of the night there. So, hey, thanks for joining us. If you're still with us from the other two games, this will be the final game for today. And then if you want to catch us next week, join us on Saturday. We'll be back here on Saturday for next week. All right, so looking at the team lineups, anyone that stands out particularly to you there, Cyrus?
Well, yes, I think, all the teams are pretty much well balanced. But I do see one team that stands out just a little bit above, that average mark, and that's going to be team number 3 in the bottom right-hand corner, the team of Sofa and Fred. What do you think to that?
I think that is a strong team. I was actually kind of looking at team 4, which is Zateo and Ricochet, but only because of one thing, which is I see them playing a lot together just recently in pub lobbies. So I think they kind of have that team dynamic advantage where this was a random team that rolled, but they play so much outside together. I think they're going to have a little bit of one-up on everyone just knowing how each other plays there. Whereas I don't know if Sofa and Fred will share that.
Yeah, I think both players are definitely a solid. I'm not sure that the chemistry is there, but they both are solid players. So I think kind of mixing their play styles up, I think it'll really set them up for late game. But let's kind of check out some of the lanes here. On top of the map we have Stabby versus Kaiser, which should be a pretty good lane. Sad for You versus Fred. Sofa versus Ricochet, and Zateo finally versus Kurto. So all pretty decent matchups. Like I said, not really any of them stand out right now, but let's just see how they play out.
So far, Kurto in the lead. Everyone's still actually really close. Everyone's at the 400 mark. No decisive leads coming out of any of the lanes yet. Ricochet top of the leaderboard only by 20 points, or 30 points there. And nice mineral hacks there from Sofa, getting a 50 mineral early on in the game.
We gotta check that out.
Hey, someone said they were installing hacks, so there you go. That's what was going on.
Yeah. Oh, our first nuke Kaiser, nuke Stabby. Not a full army, but I still like it by Kaiser. I really like that. Now Stabby's gonna be pretty behind. He's gonna kind of have to sit there and stay idle for a little while he remaxes out. While now Kaiser can go out there to mid, hang out, get some engage in some battles, and really take advantage of that early nuke.
I agree completely. A lot of times people think, oh, I'm not going to nuke unless there's two full armies or whatnot, and it's really about position. And if you could deny your lane feed and then feed somewhere else, you are just going to trade with them, immensely better the rest of the night.
Yep, that is true. Very, very true. So right now we have let's see the score actually. See what's going on.
Scoreboard check just from the stream chat there. We got Zateo now in first place, 800 points, a little bit bigger lead now. Zateo over the last place guy, Stabby at 460. So we're starting to see some people break out a little bit early from the match. Nuke does go down on by Zateo. He gets a little bit there of Kurto as well. So I think that was a pretty darn good nuke from him.
Yep. So Stabby gets Stabby gets surrounded, but his army's upgrades kind of helped him survive that ambush or that surround. So Stabby taking third place. Sofa surprisingly is last place, and Fred both last place. What's going on there?
Yeah, it could be just I don't know. I'm looking at it. Looks like Sad for You. He's second. I think they're just not trading as much right now as other people. I mean, look, Fred's way over here just trying to get some trades, I think.
Yeah, and we have Sad for You last place again. I know last game, he was struggling a little bit last game too. This game looks like the same here. Nuke goes down by Stabby. Nuke Sad for You, and that is let's talk about that. I'm not a big fan of allies helping allies out like that. So yeah, Sad for You, helping his partner Kaiser, with his whole army, and he gets nuked. That's correct play by Stabby to use the nuke. And it really paid off for him, mistake by Sad, but it really benefits Stabby.
Yeah,
good on Stabby for doing that.
And it sucks because if you're Sad for You, he has no chance to even get more feed right now. It actually hurts even Fred at that point because Fred's still just looking for a fight, and even Fred can't trade up in the fight. So he's towards the middle of the leaderboard. Sad for You's at the bottom of the leaderboard. Yeah, again, this early on, you don't need to go over to your teammate like that.
Nope, not at all. So I would say that Sad for You gets my first terrible play. terrible play, Sad for You. So it looks like Sofa, is finally getting some battles. He wants to, kind of promote his position on the leaderboard sometime soon, preferably. The Kaiser here, kind of helping his partner, but now he gets cut off. So this was bad play by Kaiser here. These guys are just trying to help each other out constantly, and they're really paying for it.
Yeah, it looks like we might have that second nuke go down. The SCV keeps moving. Nope, not going to see it, but look at Cashiar's unit. It's just in that bottleneck, not being able to be effective at all there to Stabby. And now Stabby has that Reaper bunker on them. I guess that was Sopa's nuke going down on Zateo.
Ah.
I
So yeah, now
I didn't really see who casted the nuke. I think the SCV got taken out at the same time, but I'm assuming it was Sofa.
Yeah, so now Sofa drops a bunker, so it most likely was his. Sofa 4th place now, so Kaiser on the top, drops a bunker too.
Yeah, forced to go into the tank square there, and then sad for you with the nuke. I do like this, that they're not double building or doing anything of that nature right now. Sad for you is, just waiting for his partner to complete his build before he even tries, and he will be able to drop a bunker right after this as soon as he gets up. And there
Nothing
goes
crazy
the
going
bunker.
on. Yep. So Tail finally drops his first bunker. Oh, pause. Okay. Call it 30 seconds.
Yeah, meanwhile, while we're waiting, everyone, just if you haven't checked out the website, we got 19 of you on the stream right now. If you haven't checked out the website, check it out, zcleagues.com. You can find a link to our past streams. We got Adam that takes care of our YouTube channel. Last week's match and the week before that was on in 1080p and 1440p glory. So if you're watching the stream, it's a little bit more potato quality over here, but the high reses are uploaded to YouTube later on. We'll get these up in the next day or so there as well. But ccleagues.com, check out the stats, see where everyone is in Season 2. There's a link to join our Discord. Even if you're not planning to play in the Pro Leagues, it's advantageous to join the Discord. Lots of us on rolling pub games, doing replay analysis, just helping out each other with their play style. I think that there's something there for everyone, pro and new player alike. Nuke going down from Kurto on Zateo there, giving him leeway to build up that Marine bunker. And let's see, we're 11 minutes into the game. He's going Marine right now against Zateo that already does have his Reaper bunker. Is that just because he is a Marine Marauder player, or do you think, does this put him at any disadvantage on Zateo right now?
I wouldn't say. Now that he has a second bunker, he definitely should be fine. He has he has decent upgrades. He has the combat shields, so yeah, I think he's in a prime position, to be able to take out Zateo, or to be able to be ahead of Zateo.
So just goes to show your first bunker does not, even though you usually see it be a Reaper bunker, your first bunker does not necessarily need to be Reaper against someone that's going Reaper.
Yep. As long as you have like that solid defense, you have the combat shields and you have decent splits, you should be fine. But right now, Kurto is allowing his lane Zateo to feed on Sofa, so this is not good play at all by Kurto, just kind of hanging out. So now he's feeding too, or now he's able to engage purple. So that was actually a good trade for him.
Yeah, that was a great trade there, and sad for you not with any kind of slouch on upgrades either. He's 4-4 and 3 as well, so it's just better micro there.
Yeah, but as you can see, Zateo is continuing to have engagements and trade with Sofa, while Kurto is just sitting there in mid. So that's allowing Zateo to catch up.
So last game we were having a poll going on with the stream chat on when Fred will use his nuke, what the minute marker was. Last time it was Otacon saying it was going to be 46 minutes, and I think Fred used that at the 37-minute mark, so it was real close. Starduck right now is calling out 30 minutes. A 30-minute nuke by Fred right now, so we got about 16 more minutes to go to see if Starduck's going to get this right.
There you go. Alrighty. On the top, so heavy pressure coming down on Stabby. Stabby is forced to cancel his bunker. Stabby used SCB is ready to nuke, but it's not necessary. Stabby's bunker was canceled. Good for top right.
And you don't see too many of these pro games where they'll put a second Reaper bunker here, especially this early into the game. Going into the 15-minute mark with 5.65 upgrades.
Yeah.
Usually you'll see, like, Oblivion's the only one that comes to mind, but he gets around it by building on his teammate's side as well. Yeah, so that
is
mitigates
correct.
it.
It is, yep, it is very risky. And also, if I'm Stabby's lane, I find that disrespectful, actually. And, you know, so I do take offense to that kind of, you know, building.
Be like, oh, you think I can't cancel this? Watch me cancel this for you right now.
Yep. And that's exactly what happened. You know, it was risky, and Stabby definitely didn't succeed in getting it down. So he paid the price for that with that cancel. So this is pretty standard so far. You know, everyone's just, you know, battling a little bit here and there. Nothing crazy. No routers yet to note. 16 minutes in the game.
Yeah, and I appear to have switched my colors to just team colors. Do you know the shortcut? Because I am on a different interface and there's no button for it. Do you know the shortcut to change colors?
I do. It's Alt F4.
Oh, come on. So
Did it work?
I'm not even trying that one right now.
It's F10 plus Q.
Right. There we go. Hey, I was wondering. I was like, hey, did some people leave? And then I noticed, oh, it's like that on all the teams. So there we go. The straight pure colors there. We can see exactly who is appeared.
All right, so let's pick up the leaderboard, guys. We have Stabby in first place, followed closely by Kaiser. Last place, Tail and Ricochet. And Sad for You, bottom 3. All kind of similar scores, so it's pretty much anybody's game on the bottom of the list at this point.
Game paused.
Draconis? Nice call, man. Nice call.
Go Get It caught that one. So
nice.
Go Get It for the call out there.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Good job, CGI. Well done.
Game resumed.
All right, score check going on. Stabby, first place, 5,200. Kashayar in second place, 4,900, 5,000. Third place, Sofa with 4,500. And Kurto in fourth with 4,200. Rods do get called out. Top left, Kashayar is trying to get the rods. And it looks like Sofa and Fred are all over that. Nuke going down. Whew, that was a large one.
That was a nuke by Sad For You, correct?
Yeah, it looks like it was Sad For You that dropped that one.
Okay, and that puts him in fifth place. Not bad, but they still have Stabby, you know, right at their door, trying to cancel that Rodder bunker. But with 2 turns there, I think they're gonna be able to get it. And then Fred, I guess, just gives up on that Rodders, which is smart. You know, there is 2 turns there. Yeah, so our first Rodder will go down by Kaiser. That will actually give him the advantage over Stabby, and I'm gonna say that Kaiser will be in first place any minute now.
And Stabby's probably feeling pretty good that his second Reaper bunker got canceled there.
Oh yeah.
That's actually that's a very cheap mistake there. So not too much cost on that one.
Yeah. So I guess like the lane and watch now is definitely on the top of the map. Kaiser versus Stabby. So whoever wins this game is going to be able, you know, take the first place lead on the game and have control.
Yeah, right away, Cash Hour bumping into more armor than attacking 7, 6, and 8 right now, going against Stabby, which is 6 and 8. Stabby does have both of his bunkers murked, and it looks like he's electing now for a third bunker right here. And oh man, this position we've seen abused so much in the past. And with them neck and neck, I really hope this bunker doesn't come back to haunt him, just in the terms of the position it is.
Yeah, but once again, I want to say this is bad play by Kaiser. He sees it on his mini-map, you know, and he has the Rodders. He needs to be attacking them, but now it's too late. Red's there, you know, ready to help him out.
Yeah, he doesn't see the bunker. He sees the shield tower, and if there's a shield tower, there should be a bunker, but he actually doesn't see it.
He's there's two little blips there. I don't know, maybe not, but yeah, he should know something's up. And but now he is first place, but I think he's in a bit of a trouble here. He's out. Oh wow, he does manage to push Stabby back.
I think that's just going to be the Marauder play. But now I think the issue with Stabby is he's committed to against Kaiser now. If he even leaves, Cash is just going to push on that bunker hard.
Yes, definitely.
So now Stabby kind of loses some momentum by building there. I mean, mobility.
Let's see if we can find some action on the map so far. Pretty standard, thus far. Looks like Kurto's actually, sitting back and check out top left what they're doing. They kind of made a deal. But no, like it's interesting because Kurto probably they switched. Stabby's actually attacking bottom left while Kurto was defending against Kaiser. Huh? Well, it's kind of an interesting switch there. He's going to allow, Stabby to get more feed while, I guess, Kurto just, sits there. He knows Kaiser isn't attacking, so... Then again...
Also thinking it's just because Kurto has that dual Marine kit, which will be a little bit better against Cash.
Yep.
Stabby can go against Teo with the equal reaps.
Yep. I think it was, that is a smart choice. Mind it. I guess it's okay, kind of, like you said, because of the Rotters. So let's just see how it turns out here. And now I think if Cash just stayed in his lane and farmed on Kurtle's war pigs, I mean he would run off this game easy. Now that he doesn't have to face Stabby.
Yep. Looking at the scores again, guys. 8,800 Cashiar first place, followed by Stabby. So neck and neck, 8,600, and then Fred in 8,400. It's like everyone except for bottom left has one person leader on the scoreboard. Well, look at this. Stabby getting that bunker push. It is coming back to haunt him.
Oh, they're gonna get it. They will get it. Wow. That's time and time again. That. You play risky like that, and it's gonna bite you in the butt, mid game, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I think he did it just so he could try to get some supply layer. Look, he's going for it again.
Wow.
He's going for the bunker again. He's not gonna learn from it. Oh man.
Nope, not at all.
I mean,
not
it's
at
gonna
all.
be, especially now, it's gonna be some time before he can get rods there, and I think it'll even be some time before he gets supply depots there. So who cares? Just build it in the safe spot.
Yep, and now with Kaiser's Kaiser's first place now, but there's Rotter still there, and a bunker advantage. I mean, he has the utmost advantage here. He can just 1A now and his shield and kind of just keep them there. Now he just at this point.
What do you guys think in the chat there? Should he build over here in the safe spot? Do you think this is too risky, or is this acceptable? Have you seen it played before, or is this a mistake from Stabby that could cost him the game here?
Because now, check this out, since Kurto's actually helping Stabby, towards the middle of the top of the map, now Zateo can come in and snipe a bunker, snipe Kurto's bunkers on the far left, easy. They're so they're spread out now, and it can be devastated. But right now, it looks like Zateo is more concerned with fighting Sofa.
Yeah, and he's getting that Merc again. So if he loses that, it's going to be another 1,500 minerals gone. Whew.
Yeah.
Otacon
and then with that,
he builds like Stabby does. He thinks it's going to be okay. Silver saying that you need to build safe at this part. I'm a little bit in agreement with. Well, actually, I'm in complete agreement with Silver. So I think they need to build safe.
Holy crap!
he is getting that supply depot. I mean, still this early in the game, I know he is near score leader, but so is Cashiar. He's going to be trading off upgrades and going against these Marauders with 13 defense. I don't think I agree with it. I don't think I agree with that play.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, I guess certain players have their set in the race in their strategy, but let's just see if it'll pay off.
All right, good call out there from Starduck. Looks like he's not on voice with us, but he's coming in. Zateo has finished up a tank. If you're Zateo, who do you push on here? Or is this purely defensive tank?
I think he's gonna. I mean, if anything, if he's gonna use it offensively, I think he would definitely push it against Sofa. But when it comes to tank play, I really believe that tanks are meant to be offensive and not really defensive. I mean, right now it's gonna work out from defensive, but I mean, it's just gonna sit there. He's getting like 10 minerals here, 10 minerals there, but that's a lot of minerals. Kind of this, I would call this kind of like early mid game. But yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot, just for it to sit there. And if Sofa was smart, he wouldn't even attack in that area. So that tank is pretty much just 1,500 minerals gone. Not really doing much.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Kurto able to get up that Marauder bunker now on Zateo as well. And yeah, I agree. I think the only role of a defensive tank is if you know your opponent's about to tank push you.
Yeah.
Unless you got splash and all that, but there's no way you're getting that this early in the game. Yeah, he got what, like 20 points there on that volley from the tank.
Yep, and it's just gonna sit there, and like if I was Sofa, I would never even like engage in that spot anymore. So, I mean, and like Sofa's actually feeding on other places now. So, that takes a little too early, especially if you weren't gonna use it in some kind of offensive play. Looks like what's going on here? I'm gonna check the scoreboard. So Kaiser's still ahead of Stabby by 2K. Like I said, I think that's definitely like the lane to watch on the top of the top of the board there. And here goes they're doing that switch again, where Stabby goes down, but nope, never mind. He's gonna go for Stabby there. And Kurto just sitting there. And I think this is terrible play by Kurto here. He's kind of like third from last, and he's maxed out. He's just sitting there. I know he's defending. He's kind of fated to just defend Stabby's bunkers back, but that's not in the long run. It's not really helping his teammate at all. It's not.
Yeah, I think they're kind of going into an all-in. Okay, let's put everyone on Stabby's points, but Stabby's only 3K ahead of Kurto here. But again, that's also just part of that reason that bunker. I mean, someone has to stick up here. So if Stabby's going to drop down and try to feed on Zateo and Ricochet, Kurto's kind of stuck here, and I don't know if he can take on Cash in those shields and with 7,000 points.
Yeah, and if Cash can easily feed on Kurto here, Kurto's just going to sit there and defend, and and eventually it's just going to be feed. Well, on the left hand, go ahead.
30 minutes into the game, all 8 players are still in here and strong. First place with Cash at 18,000 points.
Upgrade is ready for you.
Yeah, has anybody lost? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Has anybody lost the bunker besides Stabby?
I don't think so. Possibly Sofa, because he's sitting on 2. I apologize, Ricochet. But let's see. His upgrades are high, though. I think he, look at his range and everything. So I think he foregoed the third bunker.
All right, and here it goes on the top of the map. There's a turret down by Kaiser. They're really going for the kill here. But it doesn't look like Sad for you can take on a Stabby's units on the bottom side of that engagement. Turret goes down by Kaiser. Another one, a second turret goes down by Kaiser. Looks like a turret from Kurto goes down.
It looks like they're starting to make some progress here. Here comes Sad for you up on the flank.
Yep, and now, once again, Stabby is on the verge of losing this bunker here.
Good feed either way for both those players. Stabby jumping up to 16,000 points. Cashiar now just shy of 20,000 points. Reversing there from the pressure on Fred. Everyone's upgrades getting right there, up there, and Fred's sitting at 17, 16, and 15. Sad for you at 10, 16, and 16. Cashiar at 17, 15, 13. Stabby 11, 17, 11. I think Cash still does have the upper advantage there, just with the kit and the armor upgrades and everything. Makes sense.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the Riders are definitely a huge advantage here.
It looks like Stabby's going to go for this Marauder bunk. This is going to be bad news definitely for Cash, so we'll probably see him push hard here.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that like Sotelo has not stayed in his lanes like to know all game long. So that's unfortunate for Kaiser. Kaiser can't kill Stabby now because he's actually facing a 2v1 on the top of the map. And now Stabby getting his Rodder, so this is good for Stabby if he can get it up.
Yeah, Fred's just not letting Stab get any kind of angle into that bunker, and it is going to complete.
Yeah, look at Zateo, just sitting there all game. I think this is a terrible play by Zateo, not staying in his lane, not doing anything. Yeah, and Stabby does go down for Stabby, and this is gonna kind of help Stabby out a lot, kind of get it even. So now I think on the top of the map, the best play for either yellow or orange, Kaiser or Stabby, is to get a tank. But unfortunately, oh no, Kurdo does have a tank. I just saw it right now. Kurdo's tank is done. So if Kurdo pushes this tank on Kaiser, I think top right will be in a world of hurt here.
Yep.
World of hurt.
You push at the top against this Marine bunker, right?
Yeah. I would just hug the wall, hug the top of the wall, put it close to that bunker, and you should be fine. But now, I would be just behind that bunker as fast as possible because those turrets are doing some work, They're doing a lot of work there. But Kurdo doesn't have, I guess, he doesn't have the extra ATM to bring that tank. I don't think he even knows it's done.
He probably doesn't know it's done yet, and it looks like this bunker could go down. Cashiar closing in for the kill. He's focusing firing the bunker. It does go down.
Alright, and look at that. Look at his Rider bunker too. It's like yellow. It's yellow now. Oh no. But yeah, this is unfortunate. Kurdo spent his minerals on a tank and it's not doing anything. It could have saved that. It could have saved that bunker, like hands down. No questions about it. But it's just sitting there. It's not doing anything.
Stabby so going for the third time, round 3. Third time's the charm.
Yep. And now he no longer has an option. He has to build it there. Like those people are blocking his natural marine bunker spot.
Sad for you calling it out. One bunker does not equal dead.
That is true. Let's get to the bottom of the map. What's going on there? Looks like Ricochet's bunker is gonna die here. It's Ray bunker. It does go! No!
It dropped to about 1,100 points, and then they were able to fight it off there. Great save there for Ricochet.
Nice for Ricochet. Good job on him. Wow. Okay. So like the battle on the top is still going on here. But the only difference, though, is like every once in a while, you have Fred attacking Sad for you from behind. Zateo just sitting there, not doing anything at all. Zateo just sitting there.
And I like that. Sad for you saw Fred pushing up, cancels the bunker right away, so they can focus on. They do get the kill for the Marauder bunker on Stabby. So yeah, top left, they're actually losing quite a bit here. 3 total. Calling out how many bunkers he's lost.
Is that accurate? I think it's just 2, right?
It's actually accurate across the entire history of the map of this game.
Yeah, his runners are now gone. So yeah, that is true. That is correct. And they were all upgraded, weren't they?
Yep, they were all upgraded, all merc. 4,500 minerals that we can subtract out from Stabby here.
Yep.
Kurdo now with 2 tanks, but again, I don't know why he's not being aggressive with the tanks. They do have the splash. Now's the time. You can see it in 2v2. You haven't seen your lane the entire game. Push
Not
those
at
tanks up.
all. Yep. And now at the bottom of the map, Ricochet might lose his bunker. Finally. Like, Zetail's tank is out of position. And Ricochet's tank does go down. And Ricochet is in a world of hurt now with only one bunker left.
Ricochet saying, we're dead. No one's hitting Fred. Well, and look, it kind of looks like maybe a reset? Or...
Look at this. They're pushing the bottom left again. Hard. Will they get something? Will they get a tank? Will they get a bunker? No. Looks like Sofa is backing up now.
Let's see here. Cash and them are in trouble. If bottom right is able to clear out bottom left, it's going to be natural 4 versus 2 on Cash. So I wonder if that's why Kurto's not pushing his tanks, just knowing that they don't need to be necessarily aggressive now. If bottom left falls, it's going to be natural to go to top right then.
I'm not too sure, but like you were saying earlier, if I was Kurt, I started pushing those tanks. I mean, he has 2 tanks now. I think like the next best move for Kurto is to save for that splash damage.
He's got it. He's got it.
Oh, he does? Oh my god! Yeah. Then why not push those tanks and like start start feeding? Like a splash damage kills like every splash shot on an army gives you like 35, 40, 50 minerals a pop, or a shot. Bam!
Yep.
It's amazing.
And meanwhile, Ricochet is eliminated from the match. Zetail's last tank does go down. It is going to be definitely just a steamroll now on Zetail. We're going to see him fall here as well.
Yeah, so the question is now, like, who is bottom right going to attack? Who is bottom right stronger?
Yeah, I think it's top right they're going to go for.
Yeah, it's going to be. It's definitely going to be.
And, and Cash even knows it. He's just calling GG right now as it is.
Yeah, anything he can do right now to kind of sway bottom right from attacking them, but they're not phased. They are going to start backdooring Kurto here, or sad for you, excuse me, which is purple.
And they're going to get tank push from all sides. Fred's building his tank right now. Kurto's working on his 3rd tank. Not looking good for top right. Actually looking pretty darn good for Stabby and Kurto right now, just in terms of pieces they got on the field that they can manipulate.
Alright, here it goes,
And because of this bunker that Cash had to take early, they can't even get any tanks now.
Nope. They can't get a tank. No tanks at all.
Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Sofa, what you doing? Sofa, maybe with the scout?
I don't know. So now he's kind of, seeing what's going on. And, and Fred is pushing his tank. And to note, Fred still has his nuke, so... Sofa needs to be very careful. He needs to be very careful. He can't be engaging. What is Sofa doing here? What is Sofa doing?
More importantly, what are Kurto and Stabby doing? They should just not be even entertaining that.
Yeah. Okay, so Sofa does, head back over there to like save that
Stabby,
tank.
don't do it. Stabby, don't do it. Okay, good Stabby.
This is what's going on here. Yeah, so I don't know why top left is not killing, Cash.
Yeah, at first I thought they were being strategic about it. Now I think this is a map misread. They don't understand that top right is in the position to get eliminated next. But then again, Sofa is definitely not helping them make the easy decision either.
No, but if I'm Stabby, I don't know what's going through his head. If I'm Stabby, he lost 3 bunkers, and he even calls it out. He knows he lost 3 upgraded bunkers, and his lane is Kaiser, first place. Kaiser's on the scoreboard is 8K above him, and Kaiser has lost 0 bunkers, while Stabby has lost 3 bunkers. So why isn't Stabby, trying to still kill Cash?
What do you guys think on the stream chat? What is top left's play here? If you were in their position, where do you go? Who do you hit?
Yeah, so now look at Kaiser here, he's gonna get a tank! Wow, that attack! 20 attack! And the tank does go down, so that is terrible terrible play by Stabby there. Terrible play. I don't know what Stabby is thinking, you know, doing his doing whatever it is he's doing. Terrible play by Stabby.
And Sofa calling score, I don't know what he means by that, since he was the one pushing outside of the score range there. And man, they are really going for that bunker. They're able to snipe it without the tank.
Damn.
That was a little bit odd there. Fred setting up the tank. They'll be able to go in for that second Reaper bunker on Sad for You now too.
Alrighty, so like bottom right, I think they will continue to they will continue to choose to kill off top right, which is a smart move, you know. Kaiser way ahead. So if Stabby does if Stabby does switch, this is terrible play if he switches. Terrible play, Stabby, if you switch. You can't, like, thinking about it, you know, lane versus lane. If you can't beat your lane, why are you gonna switch, you know, and like help them, you know, kill somebody else? When you have a chance right now to like kill Kaiser with the help of bottom right, there you go. He's gonna stay on Kaiser, which he should.
It seems like they're really indecisive about it. And Sofa's indecisive about it too, which I don't understand, because they're relatively even.
Look at that! Like Stabby is, you know, helping. And because of Stabby's push there, Fred loses his tank. Wow.
I would also say it's because of Sofa there on that one, because Sofa's the one that's baiting this action in the middle.
Yeah.
What a turn of events. I did not expect this. I mean, Fred could very well lose his bunker, too.
Yeah, but despite, you know, what is going on though throughout the game, I still think, you know, top left is still pretty, you know, still pretty high in the lead, you know, despite the score. With Kurtle's 3 tanks with Splash, 4 tanks almost now. With Stabby's still score, you know, he's still. I mean, they still have a great chance to win this game. Top left, you know, is still ahead in my opinion. They can definitely take it away. So Fred's tanks his new tank is almost done, but top left is just massive now. Top left is just like, you know, it's really strong.
Yeah, you can see bottom right trying to orchestrate now some politicking against top left. Still very odd, because, you know, top right should be the natural choice. I think Cash is going to get away scot-free here.
Yeah, but I do like attribute this like to Sofa. Sofa and Fred, they had a chance, you know, to win this game. They could have, you know, played ball. Sofa could have helped Fred kill top right as fast as possible, and then they could have steamrolled top left. But nope, Sofa wanted, you know, to kind of play the field, and he allowed top left, you know, to get 2 extra rotor bunkers and an extra tank.
Yep.
So this was
another tank from Curto goes down. Looks like they can get both here. Man, this is classic textbook politicking in Cash's favor right now. I just love how he was able to exploit Sofa there and get them to go on top left. They should not be going on top left right now. They can. It's just it was not the most obvious choice. So it works out definitely to Cash. He'll live to fight another day. And now they got a tank up on their own. Where the heck did he? He must have built right there with purple when he lost that bunker.
Yep, that's where it was at. I saw it earlier. Yeah, so now like top left is in a world of hurt here. Kurto can't do anything. Kurto was like, you know, kind of like the low in the leaderboard the whole game, and there's no way he's gonna be able to, like, you know, handle Kurto or Sofa and Fred. Stabby might be able to, you know, kind of hang on, but there's a tank and like turrets are coming down, so I think Kaiser's tank will survive barely, and it looks like it is. Yeah, it will survive.
4,000 points.
Yeah, but you know, but now Kurto is done. Kurto is like in chaos. He lost the bunker. He's gonna lose that depot. I mean, he's gonna lose like another tank. I mean, he's in a world of hurt now. So yeah, top left is done.
He's got some Arcalite cannoning going on right now.
Would you say that's BM? He's like, whatever.
I do not know, but now Kurto is reduced to 1 bunker and 2 tanks. Stabby now down to 3 bunkers, a nice little diagonal line there.
Yeah, so I definitely, this is like the mistakes by top left, not understanding how to, play, make a decisive decision late game, and it's really costing me here, He had a chance to kill Kaiser with the help of bottom right, but instead, chose to, kind of aggro bottom right, and now he's dead here.
Look at this aggressive play by Cash and Tad for building up bunkers. They're purposely expanding towards left so they don't tip off bottom right. It's interesting. And overall size, they're still all looking about the same, but Cash does have that score lead on bottom right now. Quite large.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, it will come down.
Look at Fred. I mean, I don't know. I think bottom right still has a good chance.
Yeah, with those tanks, So yeah, like I said, this is where Stappy has a lot of problems late game. He doesn't understand, like, right now at this point in his ZC career how to play, and it really shows. Now he's out of the game again.
Yep, and hey Starduck, I see that you're back now, so you're in the channel. What's your thoughts on this game so far? Or maybe he's not back. I made a mistake there, but all right.
All right, so now, they're taking mid, but Fred's tanks are coming in. 3 tanks, 4 tanks, but oh no, Fred is nuke, but
was that a double nuke?
No, it was just 1 nuke. But his tanks were a little mismicroed, but that nuke saved their butts. And now it's just a ruffle stomp. So wow,
huge play.
Nice game.
Yeah, that
nice
was
game by Fred.
Great reverse there.
All the tanks. Oh, and the BM SCV. That is too funny.
Is that BM SCV? Is that Manor Mule, or is that, hey, I just really need another SCV?
Because I can do it. That's why.
And GG is called out. And that's going to be it for the 3rd game of the night, Fred, and then being able to take it completely there. That is going to conclude all our games for today. If you just joined us on the stream, you can see us again next week on Saturday. We will be here on Saturday. In the meantime, definitely visit our website, dcleagues.com. Again, my name is Draconis. Any last parting words from you, Cyrus?
I think that was a great game. Thanks for having me for this last game. It's a hell of a time casting with you, and yeah, great games. Hey, real fast, I think I didn't kind of go over this with you too much, Drac. I just kind of had a spur of the moment idea, but we are looking to have an additional night coming up soon. We are going to call it the arcade night. So not really ZC, but definitely for the ZC community. So for example, we'll have it on a Friday night, for example, and everyone shows up. And we play, some just arcade games, anything you want. So keep an eye out for that, and once you show up, bring your favorite arcade game, and we'll get it going. So, but that's really it.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Jack. Thanks to the viewers.
Thank you guys, all that are viewing, and good night, guys.
Side they're getting ready for a gang up here. The top right, the one thing they're missing right now is a sensor tower. So I think because Fred's in the sensor, they're waiting. Oh no, they still went. They might take this bunk.
Yeah, they're totally
cut off, not able to
that
do
bunker
anything.
for sure.
They're going to take down this bunk. Very good timing because Zateo got pushed back. Nothing he could do there. Adam will take this kill.
Cyrus would be at least above. Cyrus would be closer to Korchal.
So Bang's going to get finished off as well. This is really good for sports, I think. He's got 400
I think
minerals sitting
Adam,
there.
Adam and Cyrus.
Oh,
still-
he got the tank kill. He killed Cyrus's tank. I was gonna say that was probably pretty silly by Sports. He could have got 400 minerals here for those turrets, but he gets a tank and a bunker kill. That cripples them. Absolutely cripples them.
See, you know, I like the idea of rushing the bunker with the units in that case because this is time bound. Like the idea would be get a bunker.
Wait, hold on. We got
Yeah,
tank
they
in vision. Cyrus's tank is getting hit by Zateo's tank. He had to push back.
Oh, it's so close. It's so close. Oh no, the unit pathing catches the tank. The tank goes down. Oh man.
You guys just saw Zito just lost his bunker and his tank, so that was very, very costly.
Did not see it. Oh man. I am a fail caster, and they're going to lose
like
the other tank. I see that.
Yeah.
I mean, they could very well lose this other bunker. Bottom right, definitely not letting up on them.
Oh, and here we go. This is the second tanks here, and then it lines up some turrets in front of him. He can hold that position permanently while pushing on Cyrus. He's got the unit supply. You know, he's got 120 supply. Cyrus is on 95. You know, they've probably got around the same amount of resupply.
So if he loses a tank,
right there, he can get this tank if he pushes. Oh my gosh.
He's got to stutter into it because he's losing vision. And he gets it.
and that is Cyrus's
I
own.
don't know what happened. Maybe he wasn't getting the farm.
They got a push here going against Bank Boogie. That bunker is going to be very, very close to going down.
Wow. So close.
I thought it was going to save there for a second. They are able to get the snipe on Bank Boogie. Bank Boogie now on just one bunker.
And bottom left, on bottom right, he's not going to get up his EJK. He's not going to get up his block bones.
Lucern's bunker is in trouble. They're making a push on this one too. Cashier and Big Boogie might be able to get it. It's going to be really close though. I don't know. Wow, they are able to save it a lot.